Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's me, PanickingCandy.
Hello.
I just realized I,
I'm
I,
not.
I have never said my full name out loud.
You haven't. No, we just call you Candy. It's like the reverse problem with me, where it's just like I. No, is it the reverse? No, it's the same thing. Is like I don't go by Nocturne because some son of a bitch on Twitch is taken knocked, and he doesn't do anything with that Twitch channel, and it's driving me insane. But alas,
It is what it is.
it is what it is. You can't always get your online handles. Sometimes you have to add a number or be creative.
I don't know. I never had that problem because I always go by weird stuff that I make up.
Yeah, I was in a testing phase before I kind of like settled to this one, and I like it too much. So,
Uh, what are you drinking?
cardamom tea, milk tea.
Oh, I don't
It
like
is.
tea.
It is good for the throat when it's sore. I'm not sick. I had just been speaking a lot during the week.
Yeah, I never liked tea. Never worked for me.
It's. I mean, like it depends on like how you're drinking it too. Like some people like iced tea, some people like plain tea, some people like milk tea. I prefer milk tea usually. So it's just a very Asian thing because it goes pretty well with sweets.
I usually when I'm eating something sweet, I just drink milk.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like the same difference. It's just like it's a warmer beverage thing. Cause like, I guess with the water in tea, like the filminess that you get from milk on your tongue isn't as apparent. So, yeah.
We drink a lot of milk around here. I think we drink more milk than like us Western cultures at least.
Those
Because it's like
Western cultures, that's a big claim to fame. Like a lot of Western cultures drink milk.
no, we drink a lot of milk around here with like a lot of stuff.
I'm trying to think what would be the most milk drinking like. Cause we joke like I think what's the joke? Is it Philadelphia? Because Philadelphia cheese, but it's like I'm trying to think of like what would be the place that has the most milk and dairy consumption per capita.
Apparently, it's Finland.
It's Finland. The Finnish love their cheeses and milks and stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Because we talk about like there's also like the French and their love for cheese. I'm trying to think of another culture though. No, where's the Yuri candy?
I
Where is
didn't
the
promise any
Yuri?
jury today. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I guess the Finnish.
Never handed it over last time.
It takes time, Killa. We're only 10 out. We're only 20 hours into the game. It takes time to build the jury. Yeah, it's like three houses is very long. We're 20 hours into the game, and we're like a quarter into like the first route, and there is 4 routes. So how much is 4 divided by 4?
What?
No, I mean a quarter divided by 4.
It's a quarter. What do you mean a quarter divided by? Do you mean 1/4 divided by 4?
Yeah.
It's 1/16.
Yeah, so whatever that is the percentage we have in 20 hours playing Fire Emblem Three
Because
Houses.
you said what? I didn't hear 1/4. I heard you just say what is 4 divided by 4. I'm like, bitch, are you for real right now?
Listen, I'm an artist, not an engineer.
Yeah, yeah, all right.
I'm a performer.
Yeah. Hey, Killa, it's fine. I see that you're very Yuri focused, so I
Who
understand.
keeps throwing shit at me?
I would assume it's Killa, maybe. I don't know. I don't see the rewards or anything saying
That's why I'm.
anybody's.
That's why I'm angry.
Mm,
Ow. Okay.
mm,
Hey.
it's a
Ow.
mystery.
Ow.
Oh,
Bless you.
I feel. What if I did this? Are you sure you want to mark all 10 requests as complete? Let's see.
Ow.
didn't know I could do that. That's
Why does
right.
everyone do that to me? Why does everyone do that to me?
You gave us the option. This was some sort of social experiment. It clearly went above and beyond your expectations.
Wanna cry?
That's how you cry. Alright. Please don't. Yeah, okay. This is a good way to make me want you to never cry again.
Having the ugliest cry possible.
Yeah, that's you know, like the anime or like the movie is like, baby, I never want to hear you cry. He's like, oh, it's because he loves me and he wants to always see me smile. I was like, nah, that cry just is something different. Imagine being like cradled in someone's arms as they're mourning you as you're about to die, and that's the noise they're making.
Well, like imagine I don't know, like imagine the last time you watch an anime where like someone dies and another person cries.
Yeah.
Or like in one of the Yakuza games where Kiryu screams the name of like someone who just died.
And then he just does that. Oh, that'd be really that would be really funny. People would clip this. People would clip the shit out of that for years.
Yeah. No, yeah, so we are 20 hours in, and we are approximately 6.25% done with Fire Emblem Three Houses.
6 point what percent done?
25%.
That's a lot more to go.
So at this current pace, we're going to get around 320 hours of game.
Mm-hmm.
Because like when I was making the calculation of like, yeah, it's going to take around 180 hours, I forgot something. And is that I read faster than the voice actors act. So when I'm playing alone by myself games, I skip the acting. I just read. When I finish reading a line, I skip it, even if the acting isn't done. And that adds up really fast. So like whenever I play a game by myself, it sounds like a Banjo-Kazooie game.
Oh god.
Because I read too fast. So whenever I finish reading one of the dialogue boxes, I just move to the next one.
Yeah, I have that problem too. I've noticed that like when I'm streaming in a Discord call while I do like recording or stuff, like when I was doing the Yakuza one for friends, the Yakuza 0 one, I do read really fast and like tap A really fast. That's just how I am. And then some friends are just like, "Oh, what did he say?" I'm like, "Oh, my bad. I'll go slower."
Yeah.
Because like I feel like antsy if I just like, even if you put it on auto and it's like voiced,
Yeah.
you're just kind of sitting there and like, I get what you're about to say. But yeah.
Yeah. I guess like on the plus side for Three Houses is that like the English dub is really good.
That's good.
And there's a lot of like really funny line delivery in like the supports. Because there's like a semi-frequent gag where like the characters like try to imitate like the voice of another character. And the voice actors really commit to that.
That's awesome. I'm glad they're having fun.
It's really funny. Even if the guy who is like sometimes in his line delivery, the guy who voices the leader of my current faction sounds like a McDonald's commercial.
Oh. Wait, like what? He just sounds like one of those cheesy ad reads.
Yeah. Sometimes I think she does.
Okay.
So yeah, this week was that. This week we played. I keep doing the Game Boy Advance thing. And the world hates me because we only got like, of all the games we did, we only got like one that wasn't bad.
Oh shit.
So it was painful.
Which one was it?
Final Fantasy V.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The one don't know what it talks about. Have you ever noticed that? Like people talk about 4 and 6, but never talk about 5.
I think 5's initial launch was kind of botched, if I remember correctly.
I think it's one of the ones that didn't get like translated until like very late.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, Final Fantasy 4 was 2 and Final Fantasy 6 was 3.
To be fair, if I was the follow-up act to 4 and then I found out 6 was coming after me, I'd be pretty upset. Bart's could never.
His name, yeah, like his name is Bart.
Yeah, his name's Bartz. Like Bartz would be like, man, Cecil was a tough. Oh wait, Tara's up after me. Ain't no one gonna remember my shit.
I just renamed him to Jeff because kind of the same thing, honestly.
Yeah, even in the Dissidia game, Bartz isn't really like pronounced much as a character. He's like all he's got really going for him is he's a bit of a comic relief and a little whimsical. That's it.
My
And then
name
they
is
also
Jeff.
made him. They made him team up with Zidane and Squall, where Squall is just tired of babysitting furry fuck boy and man with one brain cell.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, like because I have like a joke where a running gag whenever when I have enough space on the like name entry thing, I name my characters John something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was playing Morrowind, I was John Morrowind. When I was playing Oblivion, I was John Oblivion, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but there wasn't enough space. When there is not enough space to have to have my character be John something, I will call him Jeff.
I mean,
Because,
yeah, because
and the only reason I do that is because of that scene on like 22 Jump Street where he goes like, "My name Jeff."
yeah, I know that's the exact because you've referenced that in Call before.
That's the only reason I do that.
That movie,
They were
that
way better than they had any
movie's
right to be.
yeah, that and it's like the staying power of that meme is phenomenal in my brain because it's like yeah.
Those movies
Uh,
like when you think about like a reboot from like a comedy from the 80s, like it's not going to work out. Usually doesn't work out. So I guess like those movies really like they were better, way better than they had any right to be. They were really funny, and I'm glad I am very glad they didn't
I
make
enjoyed them.
any other ones.
No, didn't they make a sequel to 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, they made 21 and 22, and then they didn't make any
Yeah, yeah.
other ones.
Oh, yeah. You mean after? Okay, yeah. Because I was just gonna say that was like the weird time where I was seeing more Jonah Hill in some movies. Was in high school,
Yeah,
or at least when I was in high school, and I was just like, what is his main staying power?
the joke I see going around is that like he's not fat anymore, so they don't put him in movies because he's not funny.
Oh,
That's the
that's a
joke.
good question. Is Jonah Hill actually funny? Holy shit! That I don't want to. I don't even want to be mean, but really in his roles, he's kind of just his whole thing is he's kind of supposed to be awkward and the loser that people pick on in the group, or like he's kind of outclassed by his peer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I used to say this. He looks like the midway evolution between like Michael Cera and Seth Rogen.
yeah.
Like they look like a Pokemon evolution line. It still freaks me out. How many of Jonah Hill's movies have I seen? That's a good question.
Jonah Hill filmography.
Yeah, I'd have to see a lot of them because there were a lot of movies he'd like do with his like friends at the time, like
Well,
friends.
he has also done like a couple of like serious movies. Like he was in like Don't Look Up. He was in Django Unchained, in like Moneyball, The Wolf of Wall
He
Street.
was in Django Unchained.
Yeah,
What the fuck? Oh God, now I remember. I watched Get Him to the Greek.
and
I
everyone in
watched
that
Get Him
movie
to
is
the
problematic.
Yeah. I remember when that came out and my friend was like, "Let's watch it," and I was like, "Okay."
Um,
I saw him in Megamind. I saw he was in How to Train Your Dragon, but I don't think he was really that big of a deal. I don't think I watched Moneyball, Gift of the Night Fury, The Sitter. No, 21 Jump Street watched. I did. I still am surprised he was in Django Unchained. Did I watch The Watch?
oh,
Huh.
he's the main antagonist of Megamind. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I know that. No, I'm saying, did I watch The Watch? That's a movie with him and like Ben Affleck. I watched This Is the End for God knows whatever reasons, and he's in that. Like Seth Rogen's in that.
That
Jay Baruchel,
was a
Danny
terrible attempt
McBride.
at doing a Seth Rogen laugh. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Oh right, he was in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
He's in Lego Movie. He's Green Lantern. War Dogs by him, Lego Batman movie, mid-90s, Had a Training Dragon, The Peach Bomb, Richard Jewell, Don't Look Up, Stats. Yeah, no, I didn't watch his later stuff. Yeah, I've watched like maybe 5 or 6 movies of Jonah Hill, but I don't think I've ever really registered him in my mind as like the guy that made me laugh. I think he's like, the way it works is like he has a co-star and the humor works from the dynamic
Yeah.
more than him being singularly funny. Yeah. I'd say
Apparently,
about the same for
apparently he
Michael Cera
directed.
too.
Apparently he directed a couple of music videos.
Still counts? Yeah, okay. Hmm. I think it's like the same thing with Michael Cera though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't register Michael Cera as funny, but he's been in stuff I've laughed at.
No, I would say Michael
And kinda
Cera is
like
funny because he has like this like
no, you know what?
incredibly
His
awkward.
performance, yeah, no, his, you know what? His performance in Scott Pilgrim was actually pretty good. Like for like to be like a comedy lead.
Yeah.
Like it isn't just like dynamic. He did do some stuff that was just like the way he executed it was actually pretty funny. And I think he was the son in Arrested Development. I watched Arrested Development. And they're all funny. I mean, well, what I'm saying is just like, yeah, it's tough to say because it's just like you can have a person in a comedy, but they won't stand out to you as funny.
Yeah.
They might be the setup for the joke or the straight man or something like that. Like the straight man can work in a comedy duo, but it's like there's a difference between being like registered as funny and being part of a comedy act. But yeah, has Seth Rogen made me laugh? I want to say yes. I want to say Seth has made me laugh at least a couple times. I remember I was surprised when he was in Green Hornet, and it being okay. I enjoyed it.
I don't remember what was the last Game Boy game I talked about last. I'm trying to remember
Oh yeah, go for it.
because let me check my bots. When was the last day of last week? Maybe on the 6th. What was the last game? Okay, the last game we talked about was Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this week 4 or week? Because I forgot to make a header for like week 4. So let me see what we have. Have you ever heard of a manga called Samurai Deeper Kyo?
What?
Have you ever heard of a manga called Samurai Deeper Kyo?
Samurai Deeper Kill?
Kyo.
Kill? What?
K-Y-O.
Oh, Samurai. No.
I just wanted to raise it if like anyone has ever heard of this because I have never heard anyone talking about this. But we got a game based on that, and apparently it has an anime as well. So I'm just trying to like. When Nikki's gone. He died. He ate too many biscuits and he died. Me. Whenever I hear someone say it still counts, like looking at Kilash's messages on the chat. Whenever I hear something say still counts, I think about that song from like the Lonely Islands. Like I just had sex. And they go, that's part of the song where they're like, "What I cried the whole time, doesn't matter, had sex. She put a bag on my head, still counts." I think she may have been a racist, doesn't matter, have sex.
I'm back. My cat was being a little demon again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to get out of it, like if like literally anyone has ever heard of Samurai Deeper Kyo.
Let me search this. Samurai Deeper Kyo. Oh, okay. It comes up. Apparently has an anime. Have I ever seen this art? Not, can't say I've seen this.
Also, I just realized something.
Mm-hmm.
On my notes, I misspelled samurai with a
Good.
Y.
Oh my god, Ken.
I need to put this on screen. What did this?
26 episode. Oh, it had a 26 episode anime in 2003 to 2004. Is this any good though?
Samurai with a Y.
Samurai.
Samurai.
Who made this?
The samurai, they are the mortal enemies of the Yakuza.
The Yaguts. Oh, okay. Female artist. What else did she make? She made Code Breaker.
I don't know what that is.
Has a Wikipedia page, so it's at least known. Was there for 5 years. Oh, she has a current. Oh wait, no, the serialization for it ended 2 years ago. Good luck, Akamine Kamijio. Hopefully you get another work, and people celebrate it.
Samurai.
Samurai Jack.
That's the most weird thing I have ever done. Type samurai with a Y.
Samurai.
Samurai.
I don't know if that's weave. That Samurai is more funny. It's like more gaijin.
Yeah. I'm a filthy gaijin. In love with the land of the Nippon.
This is true. Most people are. They're very good with their business, like with their marketing.
Yeah. We played a game called Monster Rancher Advance.
Oh, I remember Monster Rancher. Monster Rancher had a really, really metal anime for kids. Like it was, there was just full on death.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and it's really funny because like it's like I want to show you the guy. The little monster we got. Because the way it works is that like you go to the place where they make the monsters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you to enter like a four letter word, right? Like any word, as long as it has 4 characters.
Yeah.
And I guess the game uses that as a seed to generate whatever character you get, whatever little guy you get, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it would be funny to just enter dude as like the word. And yeah, that is indeed a dude.
Yeah, I remember seeing this.
That is indeed
Yeah,
a
I
dude.
remember that character was in the anime. Yeah, I remember that character was in the anime, but pink.
Pink. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Monster Rancher. This is a fucking weird show, but I do remember it was really fucking dumb. Yeah.
Also, I am convinced this is like an intentional reference to Sonic the Hedgehog. I am convinced this was like. Do you have a fan on in your phone right now? I am convinced it was an intentional reference to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, no, he was also in the anime. So there was also a giant rock golem, an eyeball with a mouth. And,
Oh yeah, I love the
a
eyeball. He
rabbit.
looks like he's judging me. So funny.
And a rabbit with like a scarf.
Bless you.
Yeah.
We played a game called Unfabulous, which is like based on on a fucking Nickelodeon show, right?
Oh, what was it?
Unfabulous. I had never heard of the show before.
Yeah. Okay.
No, don't Google it. Don't Google it.
What? All right, fine.
Because I need to ask you a question.
All right.
First of all, like what I need to highlight about the show is about this game. I mean, is the art style.
Mhm.
It's fucking terrifying.
Oh, so it's an animated.
No. The game is the show is live action, but the game is. I'm looking at the game.
Okay. All right.
Like we were like, as soon as it showed up, we were all immediately uncomfortable because it's just so fucking weird.
Okay. Huh.
See?
What is what is this?
It's so fucking weird.
That I don't like that. I really don't like that. Ew.
Okay, so and the reason I told you to not Google the game the show
Yeah.
is because I want to ask you a question. I want to see if you can guess. Because this
Okay.
is a real face, right? This is the face
Yeah.
of the main actress. Can you guess
Yeah.
what actress is that?
I wouldn't even be able to begin to know.
That's supposed to be Emma Roberts' face.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm Googling Unfabulous. I need to see whatever the fuck this is about. Okay. Wikipedia page, not helpful. Let's see a cover picture of it. Oh, this was on YTV for a period. I never watched this. I have no idea what it was about.
I don't know if the show ever got like translated to Spanish because I never saw it. I never saw anything
What is
about
the show
it.
about? Premise. Okay, let's so it's about a girl who's into fashion. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a
Uh,
2003 sitcom for Nickelodeon. What do you expect?
That is huh. That's pretty lame, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, no. Her best friends are all right. Who's interested in fashion and designs her own clothes, and the environmentally committed school basketball player is her friend. They all attend Rocky Road Middle School. Oh my god, that's so lame. In an unspecified East Coast city. Um yeah, this show feels like it's about nothing. Which isn't a bad thing. Like you can have like Seinfeld, but
Mm.
what the fuck is this show? Focus. Okay, I don't care. Who the fuck? Who the fuck are these actors? Emma Roberts is like the only name in this cast that I'm aware of. Jesus. Small fucking world. What do you know?
I used to have a huge crush on Emma Roberts back in the day.
On who?
On Emma Roberts back in the day, I used to have a huge crush on her.
Okay.
I feel like every week there's a new there's a new woman, real or fake, that I had a huge crush on growing up.
I'm trying to think of like if like as a kid I had any crushes on like any TV celebrities that I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, I liked Victoria Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Who else? No, only celebrity like crush I can ever really remember like consistently is probably gonna be Avril Lavigne.
Fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah,
What was the name of the singer from Evanescence? Emily, I think.
maybe.
Yeah, I had a huge crush on her too.
I don't know. Because to be fair, when I was younger, I didn't really watch. Like, no, I did watch some live action like sitcoms from Disney and stuff, but like even then, the comedy was pretty.
Meh.
Yeah, because it was super telegraphed.
Yeah. And I just
Uh,
don't think like laugh tracks are like, even as a child. I used to find laugh tracks so annoying.
hmm. They are very reminiscent of like stage play era and just kind of like slowing down the momentum to capture the audience.
Who else did I had a? You know what? Who I had a huge crush on too? Uh,
Who?
Sam from iCarly, but specifically the character Sam from iCarly,
No, I know this. Yes, yeah,
not the actress, specifically the
you
character.
know. Well, Jeanette McCurdy is a very, very lovely person.
No, yeah, like, as
Uh,
I grew up, I realized she was pretty too, but like specifically like the characterization of Sam was like
oh,
so
I just
attractive to
mean
me.
like literally as a person, she seems very, very kind, and I
Yeah,
feel bad for her situation.
yeah, that's the thing. Like nowadays, you just feel like whenever you think about like iCarly and stuff like that, you just feel like bad because they all
Yeah,
went through the ringer.
they all went through the ringer.
Apparently, the guy who plays like I guess like a positive is that apparently the guy who played Carly's older brother, Spencer,
Mhm.
apparently he was like kind of like protected them and like tried to like keep them safe. So they were on set.
That's a good. That's good. What a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I'm sorry. My brain is still rolodexing through so because there was a point where okay, Nickelodeon had a few of the live sitcoms. Disney would just keep on throwing them at the wall to the point where you would forget a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
So like people forget that Zendaya was like in a Disney sitcom.
He was in like three. I think I remember her being in like three of them.
There was one where it was like Step It Up or something. And there was another okay, there was Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Uh
Nope.
I guess I liked Brenda Song from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I didn't like her character, but like she seemed just nice.
Yeah, she's married to
Uh
Macaulay Culkin. Did you know that?
I know this.
They
Yes,
have
she
two
is married
sons.
to, exactly. It's adorable.
Yeah. Also, a fun fact: Did you know that? Did you know that Macaulay Culkin's full legal name? Do you know what his full legal name is? Don't
I
Google it.
actually don't know what I don't know what his full legal name is.
His full legal name is Macaulay Culkin.
That's no wonder he has a sense of humor. He's like really I love that he's
Yeah,
like one of those guys who debuted as like a child actor and like he came out of it and he's just like I'm here now. Like he seems so self-actualized
yeah.
and I'm very happy for him. So yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
I'm trying to think of more. There's That So Raven, there was Corn in the House, there was Sweet Life, there was Sweet Life on Deck. There was one where
I'm just looking it up.
there was another one. There are two now that I'm remembering. There was another one where I think like the actress from Sweet Life and Deck was like a babysitter for a bunch of rich adopted children
Oh
of
yeah,
this couple in a hotel. And I think that was because like the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, like Cole and Dylan Sprouse talked about how they wanted to make like a third series for Zack and Cody that was a little more like young adults but not drama. It's just like, oh, we wanted to show like um Zach's character could end up becoming like in a car dealership or doing trades and showing that success doesn't have to be like that and them mentoring a new troublemaker kid in the Tipton and the Tipton would have been bankrupt so like the fortune would be gone and there and it's like the story concept sounds really cool. It's kind of fun, puts it all together. And then Disney execs went, "Oh no, we're not gonna do that." And then a week later, they pitched them. It's like, "Okay, so we got this idea," and they repeated the exact same thing. The only difference was, and it's in L.A. And then Dylan and Colt Sprouse laughed in their faces and like, "Yeah, we're not doing it," which is
yeah.
like power to them for doing that. Um, but yeah, I think the girl or the woman who played the babysitter in that Disney sitcom that I'm remembering was beefing with a child actor. It's just like you're gonna beef with a okay, and then there was this there was a sitcom. There was a Disney sitcom where Mitchell Musso from Hannah Montana he's identical twins with a black guy, and he's like, yeah, like me and him are like, no, they're fraternal twins. Me and him are fraternal twins. You see, our mom was black and our dad was white, and I'm perfectly white and he's perfectly black, and we're two kings. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Candy, that sounds really dumb. Would you like to know more about this show?
Yes.
It had 2 seasons. The premise is they are twins. They have moved to an island from which their parents originated from and were, in fact, royalty. So they are co-kings. However, Mitchell Musso got a DUI before the 2nd season, so he was replaced, and the story mentions that there was a secret triplet brother who is also white. So that we can keep the white-black dynamic.
Oh yeah, Kila is right. One of the children from like that one with like the lady from Zack and Cody died.
Oh, which one? Okay, wait. I have to literally Wikipedia hop to figure out who this is.
Cameron Boyce.
And
what's his name?
Sweet Life on Deck. Cause okay, I think it was the girl who was on Sweet Life on Deck. I can't for the life of me. Okay, so it's Debbie Ryan, and she was in. No, Disney Channel. The series Jessie.
Yeah, it's Jessie.
I think it was. Yeah. You said Cameron Boyce?
Yeah.
Oh. Aw. That fucking sucks. Wait, 2019. 2019, 6 years ago. Oh yeah, the kid was younger than me. Poor kid. Jesus.
And I don't know, something funny about another one of those characters is like Sky Jackson, the one who plays the little black girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's like in her 20s now, but to me, looking at pictures of her recently, she still looks like she's like 12.
Oh, did she just not grow in height or something?
I don't know. I think it's her, like the shape of her face. I don't know. She still looks like a teenager to me.
What is up with these Disney stars and DUIs?
I don't know.
Debbie Ryan also got a DUI. Yeah, this is weird, but yeah, no, it's just like there were so many.
I'm just looking at the Wikipedia list at this point. It's like, do you remember? You remember Dave the Barbarian?
I do remember Dave the Barbarian.
I love Dave the Barbarian.
Barbarian. Yeah, it's great. Barbarian. It was very much like the early animated, but like random humor.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty fun. His sisters Fang and Candy.
Do you remember the one? Do you remember the Emperor's New School?
I do remember Emperor's New School.
The only thing I remember about that show is that there was a teacher that was called Teacher Guacamole with the syllables scrambled.
That's so stupid. You know, I don't remember this because Yzma would always try having a new Saturday, and she works as a Saturday cartoon villain.
Yeah, Yzma. I can see Yzma doing like.
The thing with okay, The Emperor's New Groove is my favorite Disney movie in the animated lineup.
Yeah.
Because out of all of them, Cusco's not like the noble princess or the kind-hearted person. He's just a downright bastard at the start.
Yeah.
And then it's like his growth journey to the point where when he fires Yzma, you can kind of see why Yzma would get really pissed. So I really loved Emperor. I also like the fact that he's a very sardonic and sarcastic protagonist.
And Kronk is just a character of all time.
Yeah, he's so charismatic in his deliveries and everything, and it's just I really love The Emperor's New Groove as a Disney film. Emperor's New School was alright. It's I don't. Some of those animateds, I think one of the some of the problems were just the digital animation of that day. You would still see the colors being a little too washed out.
Yeah,
and it's just it's just ugly to look at. So.
Okay, so I'm just looking at starting from when I started watching. In chronological order, we have That's All Raven, Phil of the Future, the suit life of Zack and
I
Cody.
remember Phil of the Future.
I don't.
Holy, I do. Phil of the Future. Wait, no, that's George of the Jungle, but I think it was like very close in the theme song. But I remember Phil. Holy shit.
Honey Montani,
Hannah Montana, yeah.
Cody in the House,
Corey in the house, yeah.
The Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah, Wizards of Waverly Place was big because it like blew like Selena Gomez's career into,
Yeah. And that
relevance.
probably should have been like that show probably should have been like an early indication of the kind of person I am. Because I didn't have a crush on Selena Gomez, I had a crush on the mom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, no, I totally get it. You're not wrong at all.
Okay.
I'm sitting right there with you. Yeah. The mom's like stupid. The mom's like ridiculously. Yeah, I remember this. Listen, if Selena Gomez's character's dad can land that, we all have a good shot.
Yeah.
There's someone. There's a Latina MILF out there for all of us. Oh my fucking god.
The Suit Life on Deck. Sony with a Chance. What the fuck is that?
Oh, that sounds familiar. Oh, it was the one with Demi Lovato. I think she was part of a skit show. Like the in-universe canon for Demi Lovato was she applied to be in a skit show, like an SNL, but it was just kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you cast yourself so you can cast whoever you want as your wife. I still laughed at that Castle Super Beast thing with Quentin Tarantino. It's like, what's the toss up for a Quentin movie? Is it he's in like a foot shot or him there to say the N-word? Quentin, do you really have to be the one to say it?
What the fuck is Jonas? Jonas LA?
It was their sitcom for... No, it was the sitcom with the Jonas Brothers we talked about where they lived in like a firehouse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good Luck Charlie. I remember hating that fucking show. I fucking hated that show.
I remember Good Luck Charlie. That was like the big family episode. I hated the opening for that, like the theme song for some reason. It just drove me into a rage.
You know what I remember about that show?
With Good Luck Charlie?
The only thing I remember about that show is like at around the same time that show was running, the girl who played like the main protagonist of the show,
Yeah.
the blonde one, was in a Disney Channel movie called Lemonade Mouth, and I remember that movie was actually like pretty good.
Bridget Mendler is her name.
I remember like Lemonade Mouth was actually like pretty good.
I'm trying to see if she... Is she in anything now? Apparently, wow, her career, like her...
Yeah, she moved on.
Huge.
She's on tech now. Women in STEM.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, we love seeing a girl in STEM.
Yeah. Good on her.
She's like that happens like every like the other day I was like reading.
That happens every now and then. A woman goes into STEM. Candy 2026.
Yeah, that happens every now and then.
Yeah, that happens every now and then. They get a little emboldened and then they go into STEM. Yeah, okay, good, Candy. Turns out Sunny was probably a happy kid. Oh, right, and Demi Lovato was, I think she had like a substance abuse problem, I think during her run as like a Disney Channel star, yeah.
Like what I meant when I say that happens every now and then is like this week I was reading about like I was on one of my Wikipedia binges, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up in like the pages for like the Narnia movies.
Okay, yeah, because you were talking about Narnia, I think, like a couple weeks ago, yeah.
And I was checking up like what the actors are doing, and the kid who played like you know there are 4 brothers and one of them betrays them. You know that, right?
Wait, I thought it was 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Yeah, but like there are, I guess, 4 siblings. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of them betrays them.
Yeah, I know that. The little dipshit who did it for Turkish Delights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I entered his Wikipedia page and it says like he is a former actor, an English political advisor. And I'm like, what?
Oh, that is weird. Well, yeah, no, you get some people who just like they did acting once and then they stopped. Like the sibling, the youngest sibling Dewey in Malcolm in the Middle. He didn't return for the sequel series because he was just kind of done with acting. He just wanted to be like he just wanted to have a normal life. So I think he went to MIT or something.
Yeah, and honestly, like the
Yeah.
resume of this guy is really impressive. Like in January 2016, he completed a 3-month internship in the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. During his stay in Amman,
So, yeah,
Jordan, he assisted in the research and writing of Living in Shadows, a story that found evidence of rapid deterioration in the living situation of Syrian refugees in Jordan. The report is based on so so like that's he worked in the House of Commons and the Parliament of the United Kingdom as a parliamentarian advisor to Christine Brown, yeah, like
Mhm.
okay, so they had Check It Up, which was one of the ones with Zendaya.
Yeah, it's sometimes I think about Shake It Up, and like I feel I feel bad because I'm thinking about it. It's like how I don't want to make it come off as mean, but I wonder if the co-star ever just looks at Zendaya's astronomical rise, right? Because it's just like, oh, here's our star new Disney sitcom, and then Zendaya had the one like was the one with the most staying power. And I think she wasn't the main character of this show. I think she was like the goofy sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, goddamn.
I love that joke that is like, you know how like Zendaya is like engaged to Tom Holland?
Yeah, it's really cute.
It's like that joke is like, okay, so
Oh, Jesus. I didn't know that. I hope it's not too bad.
the joke is like, okay, so when they get married, is Zendaya going to like to start going by Zendaya Holland, or is he going to start going just by Tom? I hope he's just
Who
going by
knows?
Tom. No last name. He takes her last name, so no last name. And he just starts going by Tom. Okay, so what other shows we had? What the fuck is Ant Farm?
I wouldn't know. I think this is where I would probably have dipped off.
I think we're getting to that point for me as well. Ant Farm, what is
Oh,
that? And then we got Jesse, which we already talked about. Austin and Ally, I don't remember that one. Dog with a Blog, I don't remember that one.
oh my God! You know what just hit me
What?
for a second?
What?
I'm the same age as Tom Holland.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's a 95 boy. No, he's
96.
96.
He's 1 year
He's
younger than you.
96. I am so old.
I wonder who I have like. Who are my year actors?
Who knows?
Oh, Elle Fanning. That's another one I had a huge crush on growing up.
Hmm?
Elle Fanning.
Oh, okay.
That's another one. Honestly, she's still pretty hot.
Elle Fanning?
Yeah.
Was she in a show that? Oh God.
No, I'm just looking at actors
Oh,
that
God.
were born in the same year as me.
Oh, jeez, my nose. God, wait. I think Zendaya has to be the same age as Tom Holland then. God, I'm older than Zendaya. I'm so fucking old, bro.
Oh, I'm the same age as Chappelle Roan, whoever that is.
Yeah, you're 98, right?
Yeah. I'm the same age as Mr. Beast? What? No, but what I'm saying is that he looks like he's 40.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, no,
I thought he was 40.
No, I don't think he looks 40. I think he looks like late 30s. Mid to late 30s probably. But yeah, that is weird. Yeah, no, every once in a while I forget like how early people go into influencing and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like we grew up on like YouTube and the internet, so it's just like we were so used to influencers being older than us But now the bleak reality is like, oh no, there's plenty of them who are just like younger than us, and it's just gonna keep on increasing.
Yeah. And then we're going to be left behind.
Well, it's just like also it's just the fact that like you find out like maybe like a new content creator that you find very funny, maybe they're like a video essayist or a skit maker, and then you're just like they make a joke and he's like, "Yeah, guys, I'm getting so old. I'm like 26," and you're just like, "Oh, I'm old. I'm ancient." Oh.
Yeah, this at this point I don't really like remember any of the shows. Like Austin and Ali, I don't know what that is. Dog with a blog, I don't know what that is.
I feel like I've heard these shows, but only because like my cousins would watch like Disney Channel more than I ever would, and that was just like the thing.
Liv
'Cause
and
I feel
Maddie,
like
I
it
don't
was,
know what that is.
I feel like it was targeted to like to what, teenage girls?
Yeah,
Not
probably.
teenage, like kid girls and stuff like that. Even the sitcoms, it's just like because you'd get the hammy acting and like the cliche sitcom problems. It's like, oh my god, I promised two dates on the same in the same dance. I don't know what to do. And it's just like,
You have a
oh,
threesome. That's
whatever.
what you do when you get into like that situation. You have a threesome.
Why are you like this?
uh, okay, I didn't do it. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Girl Meets World. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Casey,
it's a sequel to Boy Meets World.
Casey Undercover. Best Friends Whenever. Punked. Stuck in the Middle.
Stuck in the middle. With
Bizarre Bark? What? What the fuck is that name?
Stuck in the middle.
Bizarre Bark? What is that name? Bizarre Bark.
Probably.
The series stars Olivia Rodrigo and Jake Paul. What? What? Olivia Rodrigo and Jake Paul were in a Disney show together?
That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that is weird.
Mech X4. Yeah, at this point I don't recognize any shows. Andy Mac. Raven's Home. Group and Kami That's the World. Sing It to the Max. Fast Lane.
Yeah,
Just roll with it.
so this is like the weird part where it felt like there was like announcements of stuff where it because like Girl Meets World is a sequel to Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Which was like a sitcom from way back. And then Raven had like a sequel for Raven's World, and it just felt like millennial like millennial like catering.
Yeah.
But it's like another part of me just goes like I don't know how many of the people would still be interested in watching sitcoms that are like in that fashion.
Yeah.
Because it's not necessarily following the main character anymore. It's probably like their kids in the focus now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woof, woof, woof.
Woof 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 woof.
My dog is working in the background. I don't know if you can hear her. She's become very talkative lately.
Good little baby, little baby. It's all right. Oh yeah, other Game Boy Advance games. We went into some sort of weird Disney hole.
Oh yeah. We played a game called Taxi 3. Which I don't know where the other two taxis are, but like we played a game called Taxi 3. And
Third's always the best.
I don't know what happened in the game because the game was entirely in French.
Unless you're Mass Effect.
I don't know what happened in the game because the game was entirely in French. And I spent like 20 minutes doing a really bad French accent trying to read the text out loud. We played a game called Batman Begins, and the entire time we were playing that game, I was just thinking about that tweet from Michael Caine.
Which was?
Let me put it on screen. Such a funny tweet. I don't know why he did that. And I don't know why he didn't delete it. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's still on his Twitter.
Oh no.
No, it's funny. It's not like cancelable or anything.
Why do we fall so we can learn to pick ourselves up? Batman Begins. That's so funny.
So the entire time we were playing the game, I was just like muttering under my breath, "Batman Begin, Batman Begin."
Batman Begin.
Also, I want to show you what they did to like the face of Liam Neeson. Because I love those like those license games that don't get like the rights to like the actors, so I have to like come up with like a slightly different looking guy. And look at Liam Neeson.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. That doesn't look like Ra's al Ghul.
The only thing I know about Batman for some reason is that at some point Batman fucks the other that guy.
You mean Talia al Ghul?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a son named Damien.
Okay, so we played a
I
game
think
called.
Batman marries Catwoman in the comics now.
We played a game called Dogs with a Sid.
Oh my god.
And here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing about that game. Do you know about the conspiracy of dogs? Do you know
No.
what that series actually is?
No.
Okay, so like the way that series is like presented to you is like on Ubisoft. Ubisoft has like their own series of like pet games, right?
Yeah.
That's the called Pets. Pets with a Z. So they have like
Yeah.
So they have like cats with a Z and dogs with a Z and stuff like that. But here's the thing about this thing. That series doesn't exist.
How? What?
Ubisoft never made any of these games. You know what Ubisoft did?
What?
They started just like every now and then they will go hunting for random like Japanese or like Polish or like Eastern European games about pets, and they will buy the rights for them, and they will localize them, and they will change the name to Pets.
Okay.
So like that entire series is just like a sham. It was never a
Is this
real
stolen?
franchise.
Did they pay them or is it stolen?
No, they buy the licenses, but like they just like rename
Oh,
them.
okay.
They rename them to like Pets. Like none of these games were like originally like related to each other. None of these games were like originally like part of a series or anything like that. Ubisoft just like started grouping them together under that name. And also, we got this really funny screenshot out of the Pets game.
Relaxed female large. Is this what you...
Pets. Let's see, what other noteworthy games we got? We got Donald Duck Advance. And I just want to mention that, take this opportunity to mention that I hate Donald Duck. This is a channel where no appreciation of Donald Duck is allowed. We hate him here. Anyone who says otherwise will get beaten.
Wait, why don't you like Donald Duck?
This is an anti-Donald Duck channel.
What? Why?
I don't know, he annoys me. Like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. You creature of sin, shut up.
You have been told that multiple times by multiple people. You are Donald Duck. You hate Donald Duck because you are Donald Duck. You stupid. I don't know why I'm getting so intense about this. I'm sorry. You're Donald and Goofy wrapped up into one.
Oh, yo. Vicky, you want some head?
Ew. Goofy, not in front of Minnie.
I don't know why, but like when I want to get into like my terrible Goofy voice, I have to like do the yuck first. Otherwise, I cannot do it.
No, they're trigger phrases. I get you.
Then we played Final Fantasy V, and I played it for longer than I wanted to because it was actually having a lot of fun, and I needed that. I needed the fun, Nick. I needed the fucking fun. I was dying. And then we played GTA Advance, which I didn't know there was a GTA game on the GBA, but there is. And it gave me a terrible headache, like literally was hurting my eyes. So I hated it, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay.
Because I don't want the GBA, the GTA fans after me.
Yeah, the GTA Game Boy Advance fans who would fight tooth and nail for this. If you were to talk about a portable GTA, people are probably going to talk about like Chinatown Wars more than anything. So
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Chinatown Wars was a DS game and a mobile phone game.
Nintendo DS.
Yeah, it was like surprisingly okay for because it went back to because remember when GTA was like over the like eagle eye vision over top angle,
Yeah.
right? It did that because that would be way less like
No,
resource heavy than
GBA
anything
Advance is
else.
doing that as well.
Yeah, exactly. So like Chinatown Wars had like a pretty decent story as well.
But like a decent story in general, or for GBA standards?
It is a decent rock star story in that it is something you would probably kind of see coming. It's like kind of your average like film, and you'd watch it with your friends and go like, "That was an okay film, I guess."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never liked Rockstar writing. It feels to me like I can smell. I
You
can.
think?
It feels to me like I can smell
Mm.
the glue holding the Quentin Tarantino posters together.
I think I like. Okay, so you know what? No, there's some that have like fun overarching plots because like San Andreas is pretty good, but like I think they definitely go more on character charisma than they go for like an overarching plot that you can kind of get behind.
Yeah. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
Whenever I play one of their games, I can use like at least one of the GTA games. I heard like I hear that like Red Dead is like better at that. Uh,
Yeah.
but as far as the
I
GTA
have
games
been
go,
told that railroad like it does railroad though. I mean most GTA games nowadays do.
yeah, as far as like the GTA
Or
games
rather
go,
Rockstar games.
whenever I see like
Mhm.
footage of like the dialogue or like a cutscene or like the story of one of the GTA games, I can in my mind's eye I can imagine the dorm with like the Quentin Tarantino posters and the Dorito warps all over the floor.
Mm. I mean, you know what? I didn't even I didn't dislike GTA 4 story. I think it had some really cool elements cuz it decided to have like kind of the character in a more morbid and darker place cuz he's like fresh out the war. Some of the NPCs are more fucked up too. So, yeah, I'll give it to 4. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get you on that too.
And then we play Fire Emblem. We play more Fire Emblem, Nick,
Yeah,
as one
yeah, I
does.
know.
Flame still wanted fish, as usual. Somehow Flame convinced the
Mhm.
Pope to have like a school-wide fishing competition because she wanted more fish. It's kind of
Okay.
it's really funny how much that girl likes fish. Um, and then we are finally getting at the point of the game where my good units don't take any damage anymore. Which I love. I
Okay.
love when games let you do that. When like you know the game, you can basically like break it. I love it when games let you do that. Because like straight up like my good units are just straight up not taking any damage anymore. Like like I can just like send them to the front line and enemies keep attacking them and like no damage, no damage, no damage. Which is great. And I realized, like, I came to the conclusion that Three Houses was balanced under the assumption that the player was going to be stupid. So anyone who is like slightly above that will break the game immediately. That's the that's what I realized about that game.
Okay. Anything else too?
No, at this point we're just like grinding through like the first half of the game. Nothing crazy has happened. There was like a crazy like coronavirus that got everyone to kill each other, but you know what that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's how it. That's how it do. That's how it be. In this bitch of an earth.
And then the librarian, like, because that is the thing, like, I was playing a game that you have played so many times before, is that you have to like contain yourself from like spoiling everything about it by making stupid jokes.
Yeah.
So like, you know how I keep saying that I didn't like the librarian because his forehead was too big?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, the reason I
That one,
didn't like him is
remember.
because I know he's the bad guy.
Oh.
I was using I
Okay.
was just using the forehead as an excuse.
Oh. That's pretty good. Look at that. Look at that big four-headed fuck. Yeah. Okay.
It's like, no, I knew he was going to betray you. He's the one that released the coronavirus.
I mean, I've talked about it before. It's just my own thing. I don't judge anyone who likes their own style. Like, obviously, I'm not the arbiter to what one should do for physical appearances, but it's just like when it comes to designs or people just emphasizing their forehead, I just honestly in my head go, why?
Just shave it off, man.
No, not shaving it off. Not the balding thing. It's just like you know when someone will just put their bangs back and just like their forehead's huge.
You know?
And they're just like, I don't like bangs. I'm like, what?
Also, he gets
I
very
get this
ugly.
entire negative space here.
When he betrays you, he gets incredibly ugly.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, because it's the evil juice.
Yeah, so now his forehead is even bigger.
Ugh.
Veiny. Look at all those veins.
Ew, it's so gross.
We're going to put him here. Fine.
No,
Well,
we're not.
Stay over
No,
there, Solon.
please don't. No, ew, gross. Put him away. No,
I don't
don't
want.
put him in my corner. No, don't put him in my corner. I don't need him near me.
Hi, Nick.
Oh, God, he's undulating. I hate it. Oh, oh.
Yeah, and then like there has been this um there has been this like antagonist that has been going like through the entire thing, through the entire game, called the Flame Emperor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, like, after the events where you find out like the librarian is evil, the Flame Emperor you shows up is like, hey, you want to join my side, without explaining. Like, the Flame Emperor doesn't explain why we should join his side. He's like, hey, you want to join my side? So you're like, no, and he just leaves.
The most civil conversation you could possibly have.
Yeah, and the game tries to like hide who the Flame Emperor is by like, this is something I just noticed this time playing in the game, is like the game tries to like plant doubts into like who the Flame Emperor is by like making sure that whenever the Flame Emperor shows up, before the Flame Emperor shows up, your house leader is always goes away or disappears.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, in any route, you could be any of the house leaders, huh? He's like, no, I know who you are. It's like they're trying to put like synthesizers and stuff like that over his voice. But he's like, I can tell you're a woman.
Yeah, I hate the easily decipherable voice modulation when you're just like, I know it's you. All you did was like get the actual voice actors like voice, still keep it, and then put like an overlay of their voice slightly distorted. Of course I'm gonna be able to tell. It's not a twist anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I know who it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if I didn't know, like, I can tell you're a woman. We haven't met Cordelia yet, alright? No, we haven't met Cordelia, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not Cordelia. It's Cornelia. The only thing that is not worthy about Cornelia is that like she like has like in both the text and canonically and also like in her model, she has by far the biggest tits in the game. Like they are very big. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just going to. Be sorry.
Going to go. Where are you gonna? Why?
I'm just going to leave it over there. No context.
I mean, it's better than undulating forehead for me. So yeah.
So
This
what else
cross
happened
I
this?
can bear. Oh.
So what else happened this week? I injured myself with washing dishes, and now my desk is covered in blood, like blood stains, because I didn't notice I was bleeding until the blood was already
Mhm.
dry. So now my desk is just like covered in blood stains.
Okay.
And it's gross because like of the heat. Every now and then they start like remelting and they get like goopy.
Yes.
And you know how like blood starts getting like brownish when it dries.
Yeah, like the rustic look. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like a bunch of like brownish like goopy on my desk.
You.
I ate thermal paste. I took it out and I'm fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if like there's something special about me, but like I'm very good at like. I know this is going to sound weird, but my pukes are very good. At like their job. You know what I mean?
Like you mean like purging whatever's ailing you?
Yeah, like usually whenever I get like food poisoning or something like that, or like I eat something toxic, all I need is like a couple of good pukes and I'm fine.
Hmm.
I'm like the opposite of a rat. Do you know that rats cannot puke?
They can't.
Yeah, so if they eat something they cannot eat, which is like rare, they die. And that's the reason rat poison is so effective, because they cannot vomit the poison out.
Poor things.
Yeah. I always feel bad for them. They're so cute, but unfortunately the plague.
Yeah, they're just very good disease carriers.
They're very cute, but unfortunately they're horrors.
Yeah.
And apparently the bubonic plague is making a comeback.
They counted me out for too long, but now I'm back. Hey yo, bro, come on, man. Just stay down, old man.
The comeback of the century. Using a pestis. But I guess the good news is my computer is like sitting comfortably at like 80 degrees now. Instead of 100.
That's good.
Yeah, and like apparently for like my
I gotta
processor,
dust out mine.
that is like normal operating temperature.
Yeah, because we were talking before the podcast about like shenanigans with the PCs, like heating and stuff like that. I have to dust out mine, but I remember seeing those videos of like those fully submergible PCs that cost a lot because like they're in a special type of coolant that's just really good, but the heat just like goes in. And it's like, man, if I had the money, that shit would be red. I should also just maybe invest in liquid cooling, but I don't know.
What if I just like
Well, this is, yeah.
what if I just put my computer in like a box and fill it with alcohol? Because
I don't
alcohol
know.
is
Why are
fine
you
for the alcohol is fine for the components, right?
why are you rotating?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know I'm a little bit lopsided. I cannot go back to like being straight.
That's what you said when you were coming out to your parents.
Yeah, so I guess I'm not a little bit to the side now. I'm leaning a
I
little
thought
bit
you
to
were
the
just
left.
doing. I thought you were just gonna do like a Fresh Prince of Bel Air intro.
I don't remember the lyrics. I cannot do it.
Yeah, we'd have to change the lyrics. That's a problem.
Yeah. Speaking of that,
Mm.
you know how I have a question.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, so you know how people sometimes like ask is it racist if I say the N word while singing along to a rap song?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it racist
Oh god.
if I do a bad Jamaican accent, singing a song where Steven Seagal does a bad Jamaican accent?
Like you're quoting it
Because on the original song, Steven Seagal does a bad Jamaican accent. So like, is it racist if I also do a bad
as a
Jamaican
quote.
accent?
As a quote, I have heard that succinctly says it from Tomar from Oni Plays. Would I think it's racist? No. Would anyone who doesn't like you think it's racist? Probably. So yeah.
Yeah, the song is so weird. It's just like Steven Seagal talking about like wanting the punani.
Oh god.
Me want the punani that will be so fat. And then he starts like doing this like mumble rap thing about like making sure like when you see a hot woman, don't look up her skirt.
Okay.
It's really weird. It's a really weird song. Steven Seagal is just like so weird. Like in general, like who even is him? Where did he come from? What's his point?
I think he got near. I think he got like blacklisted or something because he's just insufferable to work with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like even like whenever I see a movie with him, even like the older ones, all I see about him is like he runs funny. He runs like a girl.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Let me put it on screen actually. Steven Seagal running like a girl. Yeah, you can use like Google it and you'll find it. Do you have a fan in your room right now?
I do. Can you hear it?
Yes. It's
Okay,
not
I'll
too
turn
bad
it
though.
off. No, I can turn it off. I don't mind. Or I'll put it on a lower setting.
Here we go. Steven Seagal running like a girl.
Okay, let's see. Oh my god.
What's he doing with his hands?
Yeah, why is he do? Why is he? Oh, yeah, what is that hand movement?
So, like, was he ever in a good movie? Was he ever in a good movie?
I don't know.
Yeah, he runs really funny.
It's pretty bad.
What's he doing
Yeah,
with
what
his
is that?
hands?
Why is he doing that? That makes him look like he's skipping merrily. What the fuck?
Joyful is skipping through the meadows.
Oh my god, he asked me out to the dance.
It's just like I don't know. Like I don't know what his deal is. What's wrong with him?
I've just heard he's like really like a pain to work with.
Apparently, he's like good friends with Vladimir Putin, which is
Right, that's also like kind of. I mean, to be fair, like what was it? There was like some NBA stars who were like close friends with like Kim Jong Un.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like okay. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
Steven Seagal just keeps making shit up.
Okay. Here's the
Let me
thing:
Google that. Stories that Steven Seagal had made up.
if you're if you're Robert Pattinson and you admit it, I find it more funny
Yeah.
because he just goes like, "Yeah, I just made shit up during the interview because I was bored."
And I think like Robert Pattinson can get like a pass for that because he's just like very goblin coded.
Yeah, he is.
He's just like a little goblin.
Little goopy goblin.
Seagal has claimed he helped. Okay, so he has claimed that he helped train CIA operatives and perform special favors for the agency. His ex-wife directly contradicted this, saying not at all. He has never been in the CIA. He has also claimed to have fought the Yakuza with an associate from the American mob.
Okay.
One of his most audacious claims was that he studied directly under Morihei Ueshiba, the founder of Akiro. The problem? Ueshiba died in 1968. We would have required a teenage Seagal to have been living alone in Japan at the time. He also famously claimed to be immune to a judo chokehold, daring legendary martial artist and Salman Jean Libel to demonstrate. Libel choked him out and reportedly caused him to defecate his pants.
Ew.
An incident Seagal denies to this day.
What is the purpose of doing that when you can easily be proven wrong? Like there's no winning.
I don't know. Seagal has claimed to speak 4 languages fluently. Though no verified evidence exists of him speaking anything other than English.
Okay.
He has also claimed to be of Italian descent when he's in fact half Jewish, half Irish.
Okay.
He has reportedly claimed that auction houses regularly call on him to authenticate antique swords, as he considers himself one of the world's foremost experts on the subject.
Okay, this is getting more funny. Okay, when did he say those lies? Was it like the 80s where no one where not as many?
I think
I would say
every time he has an interview, he just does that. He just comes up with a new one.
But the thing with the interviews is like in what year, right? Because like with the age of the internet, pretty fast to shut down, right?
Yeah.
But like was this in 80s in the magazine and then people had to like retroactively look back? He's like, yeah, Steven did say he could do all that stuff, and then they pieced it together. He's like, he's just full of shit.
Yeah. No credible record of this role has surfaced. Seagal has stated publicly, I was born very different. Yes, I know. we know. No, but like, I was born very different, clairvoyant and a healer. He has also claimed that he has been recognized by some Tibetan Buddhists as the Tulku, a reincarnated lama, a status that generated significant controversy within Buddhist communities.
God.
From 2009 to 2014, he starred in a reality show called Steven Seagal Lawman, where he introduced himself as a deputy sheriff. The Los Angeles Times reported his actual title of deputy chief was purely ceremonial, and he was merely a member of Louisiana's reserve volunteers. He just makes shit up, man.
Jesus.
Let me see if there's more. In a 1990 People interview on the height of his fame, Seagal described himself as a street kid whom local youths feared because they saw him as some kind of crazy gangster. His own mom immediately debunked this, calling him a puny kid who was physically frail and suffering from asthma.
When your own mom says that, that's so fancy.
His ex-wife Miyako Fujitani claimed that the only reason Seagal was awarded his black belt was because the judge evaluating his presentation was famous for his laziness, fell asleep during Steven's presentations, and simply gave him the black belt when he woke up. He claimed that he was integral to the success of numerous UFC fighters, starting that there is a signature kick that I have taught many of them that they've knocked champions out with and won championships with. When MMA pioneer Ronda Rousey heard this, she flatly said, obviously, the guy's a liar. Seagal claimed that a dog with mystical powers alerted him that his dojo was burning into flames, allowing him to rush back and extinguish the fire that threatened his livelihood. No independent account to this incident exists. In a reported moment of extreme self-regard, Seagal was reportedly brought into tears while reading a screenplay he had written himself. So this takes as much of his self-image as any right publication. Uh, yeah, just making shit up.
Yeah.
He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop.
Here's the thing, though. Like, after a certain amount and people calling him out on it, and him still doing it, does he just truly believe? Like, is it like just pathological lying where he's aware this is fiction, or is this everything he truly does? Like, he thinks is true to his world. Like, this is what he perceives as truth. Like, is he delusional? Is what I'm saying.
I think he may be a little bit delusional because otherwise, would he?
I think he might be.
Otherwise, why would he keep insisting on like trying to fight people? He keeps trying to fight people. It's like if he was just lying over his credentials, he would like avoid that because like
Yeah,
because he
I
knew
don't.
he will know he will get beaten up.
Because I think because there's like a difference in my head, right? To a person who would come up to me and lie to me that they're like, okay, for example, say they're like a person of high importance, right?
Yeah,
If they lied to me, they know they're lying. Your brain immediately goes like, okay, maybe they're trying to con me, something like that, right? But like if like a crazy dude came up to you and told you he was an important person and he truly believed it, like you still know the statement is a lie, but it's not a lie to him. He's just stating a fact or what he thinks is a fact. So you don't necessarily you just kind of look at it as a curious case study. You're just like, huh, what does like if I took a look from your point of view, what would reality look like?
yeah, probably really weird.
Yeah. Like in my brain it's like you know those people yeah, like because like if they truly believe themselves it's like it's a weird thing because it's like you know the kind of person you've talked like you might talk to and what you're saying doesn't matter, they just want to have a conversation with themselves to reaffirm it and have you as the background, right? You could say like literally anything and then they just agree and then continue on their point.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's somewhere within that vein. It's just like part of me just truly does wonder is like if I just checked the world from your perspective, would any information that I intake be be irrelevant because all that matters is my brain just needs what it needs to perceive.
yeah.
Like
I think
like if
their brain
someone
was
could
just
say
like I
something
think their brain just like make like
yeah, like
reinterprets
someone could walk
information to like fit with their worldview.
yeah, because it's like is it like something akin to like maybe schizophrenia or something like that, like for lack of a better understanding on any sort of uh mental conditions adjacent or parallel to it. It's just like my brain just wonders like okay if someone went up to like Seagal and just said any sort of sentence, anything varying on importance, could be like I need to buy new clothes to anything and like oh here's your next role sir, would it from his brain, would he just see the words come out and then his brain just interprets it as it's like I heard you're an antique sword specialist, would it just do that?
Yeah, probably. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe he will
like
just
part
like
of me
in
is
like his brain just like filter
mm,
out like information that doesn't like
it could be that, yeah. Could be. Very well could be. It's a very fascinating situation because it's just like in the cases where the lies are so obvious but they keep on piling, part of me starts to think is like, okay, sensibly speaking, they can't believe they're doing a con because people are clearly like pointing out that it's like a con.
yeah,
So why keep doing it? And my brain then goes like, "Oh, there could just be a case for this person just genuinely believes themselves."
yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know how like that level of delusion works. How like you interpret information. There has to be like something in your brain that just like straight up like changes what you hear.
Mhm.
To, like make it make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's really weird. And yeah, I don't, because like, how do you even like begin to like question a person like that if they are really so convinced that like,
There has to be, like, obviously there has to be psychoanalytical studies, but like my brain just like interprets it in like those conditions where the person like regardless of whatever other person's input is, you're going to get something that's kind of like statically about them,
yeah,
or to assert like their truth. Like it doesn't matter what goes in. It doesn't matter if you went like, how's the weather today? Maybe they'll acknowledge it for a passing moment and then the brain will rewire it to something else. So
I don't know.
and like to be fair, like part of me part of me like would just kind of, I wouldn't even really be mad anymore. I'd just feel pity. Because like what do you even respond to that with? You're just kind of watching someone who needs the help.
Yeah. Although like, I don't know, like thinking about Seagal specifically, I'm like thinking about the fact that like in the like some of the recent movies he has made, he fights while like sitting on a chair.
That's really funny.
Like his fight scenes are like choreographed to like have him sitting on a chair. So he's like, does he know that he cannot like fight it like standing up anymore, or like how does he like match that with his worldview?
It's just Marvel reveals Steven Seagal as MODOK. This is the optimal way to fight, being a giant head in a chair.
Yeah, like look at this. Oh, it doesn't loop. I forgot that by default they don't loop. Like,
That's so funny.
how does he justify that to himself?
Well, like, is it constant though?
Yeah, you're sitting down.
He, but he does it all the time.
Yeah, lately because he's too fat now,
Oh my god.
and too out of shape and too old. Like, can you imagine being the other guy, like training your whole life and then being told, yeah, Steven Seagal is going to sit there, and you're going to lose.
That's. I wonder if that's just like if you were an actor and you had to hear that, would that be like your first biggest like experience of ego death?
Yeah, like, cool. Maybe I need a job. Maybe I need a real job.
Okay, anything else in your GBA or I forget.
Have you?
GBA Fire
Have
Emblem.
you? No, no, no. Like, have you
Mhm.
seen that? Like, have you seen that? That he, you know, Hideki Kamiya is like infamous for just like getting into fights on Twitter and like blocking everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen that lately? Instead of doing that, he's just like thirsting after a cosplayer.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've seen like I think like there have been occasional ones where he talks like that, yeah.
No, but like lately, for like the past week and a half, he has been just like constantly after the same cosplayer.
Well, is she doing his characters?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, if it's his characters, it's still weird, but like I guess it's just like, oh yeah, because it's a tribute to my work or something, even if it's fucking weird. I mean, to be fair, there are other video game funny people online who are kind of like weirdly horny, like Hideki Naganuma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like the funny one. He's like, man, I need a wife.
Yeah, Hideki Naganuma is really funny. Kami is just a bit. Kami goes anywhere from like bitter to like. No, you know what? I'll just say like I just genuinely don't think I've enjoyed his work. I don't think I ever want a situation where have to communicate with the dude. I just don't. He just seems like such an emotional drain.
He just needs a wife.
I meant Kamiya.
Oh yeah, Hideki
Naganuma
Kamiya,
seems.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Naganuma just seems. Naganuma seems depressed, and I hope things get better for him.
I hope he finds a wife.
I do too.
Like a very loving. Speaking of wives, you know how there is this character I don't like on Fire Emblem Three Houses called Luis because all he does is like say bad jokes.
Yeah.
Well, turns out it makes sense. I forgot he has like a wife and a child, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, because that ups your happiness.
No, that ups your shitty jokes, but Bob isn't.
Well, yeah, no, because you're happy.
No, because it's the course of being a dad. When you become a dad, you start making dad jokes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's true, but it's just like also just like the chipper nature in doing it, because you can be a depressed dad doing dad jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look, it's like going.
Okay. I mean, still, it's his character, so I guess this is fucking weird. What's the other one? I'm ready. Oh well, she's tagging him.
Yeah. But he doesn't have to reply.
No, but like to be fair, like
And he doesn't have to reply like that. He doesn't have to reply like that.
yeah, he doesn't. It is
My wife.
funny though. I mean, she keeps on tagging him though, because one's on May 12th and the other's on May 13th.
Yeah. My wife.
So, so she's still having a rhetoric. She keeps tossing him one.
He doesn't have to take the bait.
He doesn't have to take the bait, but she sees the feedback and she's like, "I'm gonna keep going."
Although, like, I don't know, like, I'm cropping the pictures, but looking at them, I will take the bait.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember the one time I scrolled his Twitter and like people just tag him and they'll show like the starting menu screen of Devil May Cry and that they're gonna play it again, and he's like really happy about it and shit like that. And I get it. I don't think like that's the best way to like in this situation. It's the best way to kind of engage. But I've seen people do that with Naganuma as well. I think, but not with characters because he's a composer. But like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's it's just, I guess they just want a beta reaction. Femme Dante is a pretty solid choice though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry season 2's out.
And we are not going to watch it.
I'm tempted to, so I can get more mad.
The only thing I saw is that they, like, actually did the fucking, like, plastic chair meme, and I'm like, no, I'm not watching this.
You know what? You know what else they did?
What else did they do?
They made Lady and Dante kiss. So my ship finally sailed, but at what cost? The answer is 9/11.
The monkey spawn.
Lady and Dante will get together, but 9/11 will occur, and there'll be demons. I'm like, what?
The monkey spa. Twist one finger.
God damn it! This is what I wanted, but why? I mean, yeah, it's still gonna. This is we already complained on like that podcast so long ago on the spoiler cast, but it's very like apparent that Adi Shankar has like he kind of works better with maybe a project that doesn't have much fleshed out in it,
Yeah.
right? But Devil May Cry has enough too, so he's just like, and also he's just adding political allegories that just make it a little like out of place because it wasn't present in the series. Whereas in, hold on again.
Bless you.
For Castlevania, thank you. For Castlevania 3, there was a pretty big blank slate in a lot of things that you could do, and you
Yeah,
could
because it's a
still
fucking
kind of
NES game.
yeah.
There is no fucking
Yeah,
story.
exactly. So you can add that, and then like the political context of religion and stuff is actually a very interesting like tool to use in within those time periods. Because like yes, you could totally like go on that, and it does tie into like you know, Dracula being pissed off about his wife's death, especially within like if you play Symphony of the Night, and you're like, yes, this is canonically true and stuff
Yeah,
like
this
that.
does make
So
this connects.
yeah, yeah, but like Devil May Cry doesn't do that. Devil May Cry automatically makes 3 obsolete. Like I'm talking about the anime. It's not canon to begin with, and it's just like silly in how it's characterizing these people. Like by all intents and purposes, Lady is stupid in Devil May Cry 3, but she's also like what 18, 19?
I think she's not even. I think she's still underage.
Okay. And she's yeah, I mean it makes sense. She's still like
Just like she's acting like a teenager because she's a fucking teenager.
yeah, because she's a teenager and she's very emotionally driven. And to be fair, because of a traumatic event that would just discombobulate her like sense of reasoning. This lady in the animated series is like what mid-20s, and she's like completely and utterly stupid in her decision making and her reasoning to the point where she gets her teammates killed too.
Yeah.
It's just and then she still works for the person who's clearly the problem. I don't know. It's so many things can describe the DMC anime, and it's just a shame because like it's another DMC anime that's not great because the first OVA is like a little more on the downer side, but it's just like the best descriptor is it's heavy-handed in its
Yeah.
themes. And it's just so disappointing for a series that doesn't do that. So yeah. Adi Shankar did not know the assignment. Even if he course corrected with 2, I don't think you could fix it. I've even seen a clip of Virgil and Dante talking, and it's bad.
I'd imagine so.
It's just bad. It's just so utterly bad. It just like fuck.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
going
well.
to watch that.
I also wonder how they're even going to translate it because they made Kevin Conroy the big bad, but like his character, like the voice actor is dead,
Yeah.
and they're not using AI. So I'm like, if I do watch this, I bet you I'll report back and be like, yeah, so Kevin Conroy's character was eaten by a giant octopus in the first 10 seconds of the series.
No, they just like mentioned like in the first episode they mentioned oh no he retired and he's like Bahamas now.
Yeah, the most evil Dick Cheney parallel. We're just saying something. Just all right.
He's in Aruba. He's going to Aruba. That's the only thing I remember about GTA 3 because I did play GTA 3. And the only thing I remember about GTA 3 is that like I mean back in the day is that every now and then you will walk past an NPC and they will say like I'm going to Aruba.
I'm going to Aruba.
That's the only thing I remember about GTA 3.
All right. What other news? Oh, I didn't do my week, but I'll throw in the news fast because I don't think much of it is really sticking right now. So Fortnite brought in Tracer.
Yeah, the two games I
they
want to play
kicked her
the two games I want to play the less combined to make a game I want to play even less.
They caked her up, and we're having the Tracer ass discussion apparently again. So
Yeah, I don't care.
I mean, I looked at the article and then I saw, and I was like, yeah, no, they. I might not give you a lot, Fortnite, but you got this one. Oh no, you caked her up. Whatever shall I do? It's just like with Chun-Li. I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, the ass
Sony's
is fat.
gonna
What will we do?
whatever will I do? Oh no, how dare you? Oh man, you'd sure show me if you kept on doing that.
Please do not keep doing that. It will hurt me. If you want to hurt me, keep showing me fat asses.
Oh my god,
If you
you're
hate
killing
me.
me. Oh no, haha, no, stop though, haha. Subnautica 2 launched.
Yeah,
I haven't looked into it.
me neither. I never got into the first one, so I don't care.
Sony finally introduces weekly player counts on the PS5, so we'll actually see like statistics for
Which
it.
is what we need, more numbers for the worst people imaginable to mull over.
Yeah. Metroid Castlevania dev hit with layoffs just 2 days before its latest game launches.
Oh yeah, Mercury Steam.
Yeah. Um, more Stop Killing Games news. Like the industry is trying to lobby against it. We're hoping uh that Stop Killing Games just continues to get some traction in Europe. Um,
No, you know what? You know why why they had to like fire people? Mercury Steam,
why?
because their last game came out last year, right? And it was an Epic Store exclusive, so nobody fucking knows it happened.
Jeez.
That's the thing about being an Epic Store exclusive. You are not going to make your money back. Alan Wake didn't make their money back. They didn't make their money back. Just don't do that. You don't. Because because like Epic Game can choose to investors. Like look at the amount of like daily users we have on our launcher, right? We have these many millions of users in our launcher every day. So like you should like invest in our store. But then you look at the amount of daily users and it's like how many of them like only ever play Fortnite? Most of them only ever play Fortnite. Those numbers don't mean anything because the majority of people who like are like regular users of the Epic Game Launcher don't buy games. They just play Fortnite. So stop doing that. Like it reminds me of like when Kingdom Hearts came out to PC. Originally it was an Epic Games Store exclusive for like a year and a half. And then when they released the games on Steam, we released a trailer, and the trailer said like the series finally coming to PC. Like it never like the Epic Store thing didn't happen. It just like straight up didn't happen. Easy industry, man.
Let's all laugh at an industry that never learns anything. TV. eBay has denied GameStop. It said, "No, you're smelly. We won't let you buy you." And then GameStop's CEO went, "Maybe we'll find a way to go to your shareholders." Ooh, scary.
Ooh. Yeah, that's called a hostile takeover, and I don't know if it's going to work.
How will we ever get rid of all these Funko? What if we put them on eBay? Oh wow, a landfill company bought them. Oh, that's useful.
They're filled with peace.
Oh, back to the earth you go. And finally, mixtape got released, and it is diametrically opposed in terms of its reception.
Yeah.
Critics love it. A lot of people hate it.
Yeah.
Me and Candy did say when it was announced on the podcast that it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
And I want that to be clear. We're not hating on it now because other people are.
No, I'm going to hate on it. I'm going to hate on it because apparently the game was like, it's like an industry plant made by like the nepo baby of like an AI billionaire.
You know what the funny thing is? You said that like in the podcast that we were talking about, where you were like, this looks like Daddy has I can pay for your art project money.
No, but like turns out it's worse because Daddy has money because of AI.
Yeah.
So it's worse.
But also just like it's the fact that like I saw the title and it was like, oh, is it Millennial Slop? And I was like, come on, man. I'm like a late millennial. I don't find this interesting. I'm so tired of the 80s and like this, like just that era of film and the sort of indies.
And I have also seen some like clips and like videos of the game where like they're trying to like do this like nostalgia for like the 80s, but they don't even know how a cassette works. Like they get it wrong. Like the functionality of a cassette, they get it wrong. And it's like, okay, so if you're going to like nostalgia it, at least do it right. No? Like at least research how a fucking cassette works.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, like, as time goes on, I have, like, less and less patience for games that are, like, 3 hours long and you do nothing, or, like, press A every now and then. Because apparently it's, like, one of those games where, like, you do nothing and then you press A every now and then.
I just don't... because I don't want to completely shit on like themes because like people like certain types of things. I can see like some of my friends who like loved Life is Strange episode 1 sort of kind of like liking the same vein
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. But it's just like you're right where it's like if there is limited player control, there's always a conversation on why does this have to be a game and not an animated series? And I think the rundown comes to the fact that like maybe the director or whatever higher producer somehow elevates animates sorry, somehow elevates mediums like movies and animated series above video games. You know what I mean? Where there's a person who's like, "Oh, I can't make a movie. I might as well make a video game."
yeah,
Like it always
yeah.
comes
The
off a
David Cage
little like
problem.
that. Yeah.
Because like that is
And so like
like David Cage
yeah.
is always feel like someone who tried to make movies and nobody liked him, so he has to like go back to like video games.
Cuz like if the story is a very good selling point, but the gameplay portion is just like the failure or like just there's a lack of it and you're paying. And to be fair, like to give this thing credit, it's not a full price like AAA game. It's not
Yeah,
that. But you're still paying like a certain amount of money and you do have to question like what is your cutoff for how much you spend and versus how much you play, right? And how much time in engagement you're getting. Like we've circled back to certain things like visual novels and other like genres that might not necessarily have a core gameplay loop.
yeah, and I have like made my
But
instance like I like visual novels, but I do not consider them video games.
yeah, I'm very much of this same ilk in like games with very limited playing because the whole part of it is like the game aspect, right? There's like a goal line or something like that. Um Whereas this seems just sort of like a railroad narrative. Um, which just circles back to like if you wanted to like tell a story, like you could make this a film or an animated. Because I think this is like what, only 3 hours?
Yeah,
Yeah. Like at 20 minutes per that, 3, 6, 9, like a 9 episode animated series, or like a you could make one really long 3 hour movie, or you could just like cut the fluff. Maybe you could go like less than the 3 hours because of the gameplay sections, right? And stuff like that. So like
yeah,
you could just like fully commit to one thing and make it sort of more like that. I do see like both sides of the argument where people complain about both the critics and then the players who are kind of being a little too harsh on it. I can kind of get that because I could totally see something that's also like just actually indie that's of this ilk getting the same problem, right?
yeah,
But I do think like game critics can be a little too fucking
yeah. And I find like
yeah, like I wish I could finish the sentence. Like they can get a little like pretentious is such a loaded word, but it's like because they've exposed themselves to the media so often, it's like I suppose anything that seems a little more novel or reminiscent of something from a different medium seems more impressive, but it's just like there's no reason to like to truly like praise something that elevates another medium. We're playing games. How does this hold up as a game?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess whatever. What I do hate like nowadays is like you always have to like make your stance clear, like super clear, like where your political whenever you're going to like talk about like criticism of a video game, you have to make your stance clear about like where you stand politically. Because there's always those fucking idiots on Twitter that like, see, you see, this is because the game is woke, and it's like, no, it's not because of that. Shut the fuck up. You are an idiot. I fucking hate you. I hope you die.
Complain about what? How? Whatever. I think you have to all. Okay, I hate the woke like explanation because they just de facto say it to woke, right?
Yeah,
Because there can be an argument where it's like this thing is clearly pandering to a minority demographic rather than sincerely trying to represent it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know when a corporation does that and you're just like, you piece of like that can be an actual argument where you're like these characters feel like sort of like a puppeteering for a corporation to try
yeah,
getting close to you and not really being accurate representation just to sort of dangle a carrot in front of you. But usually the blanket term is woke, and that isn't a good criticism. That just sort of like puts That just immediately makes anyone watching goes like, okay, well, your political stance just now makes it seem like you're very right leaning and you don't believe in representation for these communities, rather than something going like insincere representation or maybe a complaint about that. Because there can be arguments for that. There can totally be arguments for like insincere like diversity,
Yeah,
but like you're not wording it like that. So mm. I do
yeah,
also think
it's
like the inverse is also like I also don't get impressed with critics who think they just know better than the general audience sometimes.
yeah,
Where it's just like, oh yeah, you guys don't get it just because it like emulates film and stuff, and it's just like it's of a higher caliber. It's like, dude, like you play a bunch of games like per year. This is granted, but you don't get to finish all of them. And honestly, I think like there can be a like case for critics who have to play so many games per week that like there's a very high likeliness that shorter games just end up getting higher
yeah.
grades because those are the ones that they can finish and palette like palette cleanse. Like again, that isn't to say like it's to defend the whole argument of like, oh, this game gets actually really good at like X hours in. That can actually be a very weak argument depending on how large X is.
You want to know what I think the main problem is with
But yeah,
critics?
some games have some build up. What?
Uh, they don't pay for the games, so there's no
Hmm?
stakes.
They don't play. Wait.
They don't pay
Oh, they
for the
don't pay
games,
for.
so there's no stakes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, they get early copies, but the thing is, like, a bunch of them don't necessarily finish some of those games. Not unless they really and truly enjoy them, but it's just like the problem's always going to be this is a job, right?
Yeah,
So, you know what, like there's a value in getting a perspective from someone who is not too in depth in certain genres or certain gameplay loops,
yeah,
right? But it's going to be limited in comparison to someone who's played something very like that has dived deep into that well, right? If you were to give like a guy who usually does his AAA reviews like an indie game and he kind of feels out of his depth here, you can make an argument like if he finds some interesting details and like a perspective that's not usually within the indie scene, or like I don't necessarily want to lock it to genre because I don't think most reviewers just lock themselves to genre. I like to think, but like yeah. Um versus but like yeah, that guy versus like a person who's very grounded in playing a lot of indie games and making comparison points and stuff like that, right? So it's like with Yahtzee from Zero Puncture, sorry, from Semi Ramblematic and stuff like that. I love Yahtzee. I think he's extremely entertaining. I don't watch his reviews to think that I'm going to purchase the game.
yeah. No, no,
Because
I watch his reviews because he's funny.
yeah, I watch his
Like
stuff.
I usually don't agree with him, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, no, like, and that's like the perfect thing. It's like there are a lot of things where I can literally go like, okay, yeah, you're being a bit obtuse in this, and it's just like there are certain things like where I just completely don't agree in certain genres, or just like how he kind of like views some certain genres, and I can get his reasoning. That's fine. Like you can have a civil disagreement of it. There are other. There are other like critics that are I will just I've read their stuff and I will never see eye to eye with them on, but it is what it is. Yeah. I'll still laugh at all the critics who got really mad like I think a year or two after Devil May Cry 5 came out, and they were the ones who like reviewed really well for DMC reboot, and they were like, I'm so glad this anime cringes out. And like now, because they were trying to push the agenda and calling the old thing cringe, but now like everyone hates DMC reboot and DMC 5 came out, so like a year or two later there's like, now that the time has passed, can we all actually just admit that Devil May Cry reboot's a really good game? Like,
No.
No, no. Even like when people also argue the definitive edition, I want to put a little tack on. That definitive edition is just an edition that has a bunch of mods made by the PC community loaded in.
Yeah.
And it's not, to my knowledge, it's not on Steam.
Yeah, it's only on
They just
PS4
got
and
yeah, and Xbox One. Like they just got all the mods, they put them into the game that actually made the game run well, and shipped it. And I'll even say, with that in mind, the game still has some flaws. It's like a nice game to look at. It plays much better, but the Virgil DLC is still some shit. So,
Yeah.
plus like some of the later levels are just kind of ass too. It's just like it's so ridiculous. It like game critics like serve a sort of purpose. They're a bit of a window, but like you can't hold their opinion as anything. It's very hard to, even if there's a critic whose opinion you trust, he's going to eventually, he or they or she or
Yeah.
they're going to hit a wall of like things that you find in common and things you agree with. They're just not going to get it
Why is
because
my
they're
tongue
not
out?
you. It's why like I think game critics just in general have like it's probably died down because like the age of information is just so readily abundant that you can just like watch clips of a game and kind of get a feel of whether it looks good.
Yeah. Why is my tongue out?
Um, and then the reviews usually are what people look on is like, okay, well, how does it control and stuff like that. There was a God, what was it?
I don't know. Like lately, we were like this. Like, you know what? I don't trust. You know what? I don't trust like mainstream game critics anymore.
Well,
Because I remember there was a bunch of articles being like Concord. Like, I'm sorry to say this, guys, but Concord is actually good. I played
yeah,
Concord and it's
no,
actually good. And then there was like a bunch of
yeah,
articles being like, I played hardcore and it's actually good.
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
I got paid, so this is good. I think that's what's valuable is you have to disclose if you got a free copy and you were paid.
Yeah,
I am glad for a lot of streamers who disclose this
yeah.
and YouTubers. I think Angriest Pat has, or rather Pat Stairs that has, Wooly has, um Susie Sphere Hunter has, like people who just disclose
I think
okay,
I think that is like the standard among VTubers too. Like
yeah, it's
saying
just like
at least
before,
saying like code
yeah,
provided by.
or just saying like it was like before I talk about it, I want you to know that I was paid or sponsored. Like just saying that beforehand. It's like okay, now I know to have some skepticism to what you're saying, but if they're what they're saying is like detailed enough, then I'll at least check out the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like definitely I think you nailed it on the head. I hate that titling for articles so much. It's like the I'm the smarter person in the room. You guys just don't get it. This is like a shut the fuck.
Yeah. And
I'll also say
you
like
can also tell
yeah.
like when someone is like emotionally invested in something.
Yeah.
When it's like the other day I was reading an article about like you guys are being too negative. You have to admit Xbox is kind of cool. And it's like I know what you're talking. I know what you're saying. And you're emotionally invested. You have a lot of money into it. I know what you're doing.
You know what I would have rather had if it was just a downright admittance is just like, guys, I know Xbox sucks, but can we please just agree that I don't want them to die? I'd be like, you know what? You're right.
I mean, it's probably for the better if they don't because competition or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want them to die either. They make it really hard not to. They are constantly trying to destroy themselves. They've only made two good decisions recently.
did you see that they rebranded again? Wait,
What did they rebrand?
to Xbox, except it's in like all upper cases now.
I don't fucking care.
and like, I saw like a retweet to like that announcement. Um, one YouTuber who has been around for a very long time, remembering an experience like some years ago that he got invited to like the YouTube headquarters, and they made him sign like a
Mhm.
huge NDA, like a scary fucking NDA, and then they were like hyping it up like they were going to show him, and what they showed him was just like the YouTube logo with like a lowercase y, and it's like why do they think like that? Why are corporations like this?
Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid.
Why are corporations like this?
They okay, so let's see. They cut down the AI apparently for the Xbox.
Yeah.
and they lowered Game Pass. Two decent decisions. Do I think that makes them still good?
No.
No. Do I think that they have like a ways to go to actually like keep on living? Yes. Do I think they could keep on living? That's the biggest maybe all of us have. None of us really know how sustainable this is because they've done so many weird decisions and experimentation. Like they had the like what was it the ROG,
Yeah.
and it's like no one really asked for this. So why put this much money into production for this? Like a portable Game Pass machine? Like can't you already just get Game Pass on a Steam Deck?
No, because Game Pass is not in Linux.
Oh. Oh, right, right. Okay. Still though,
But you can get it on your phone.
but also just like just on paper, who would buy Game Pass? People who don't want to buy fully priced games and would rather rent.
They're
Who
not
do we
going to buy
want
a
to
$1,000 thing.
Yeah, exactly. Who in that demographic is going, I don't want to buy a $60 game, but I am thinking about a $1,000 piece of tech exclusively running Game Pass.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you could make it run Steam because it's
Oh
on
yeah,
Windows, or
it
is
is a
it?
PC. You can run whatever you want in it.
Yeah. So like you could make the argument is like it'll double as my Steam machine, but it's just like I don't know if that's really worth it for 1,000, like for 1K. Because you also have to like ask the questions like how many of these people really are into the portability aspect.
Yeah. Especially considering like a Steam Deck is like half the price, and like the performance difference is
Mhm.
like 20%.
Yeah, it's just none of it added up, and it's just like okay, then you had the whole thing where it's like anything could be an Xbox. That already was chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
We've mentioned it time and time again. They don't really have any exclusives. They did a bunch of acquisitions that led nowhere, so that money was pumped in with very little return. And now the course correction is kind of like, okay, do more consumer friendly stuff. Listen to the feedback on, oh, we hate AI. But yeah, like it's weird. It's like they plummeted and they're taking a few steps, but they're not big enough for me to go, yeah, they still got a fighting chance. Like there's nothing like that yet.
Yeah. Speaking of that, speaking of
Yeah.
AI, did you see the Party Animals thing?
No.
Okay, so do you know what Party Animals is?
Oh, yeah, the game that's like Gang Beasts?
Yeah, it's one of those like Friends Love games.
Yeah, I know it. It's just essentially Gang Beasts, but you get like cute little critters instead of the blobbies. What about it? Candy?
Uh,
Oh, okay.
no, yeah. So I don't know what possessed them. Who thought it was a good idea? Uh, but this week they announced like when was the 12th? The 12th was the on Tuesday, right? Uh, they announced like a contest, right? Like an animation contest, like a video contest.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, except the rules were like explicitly said that you had to use AI.
Ugh.
Like the rules explicitly say like you have to use AI. It has to be AI generated. And the reaction was what you would expect. I think the game is like down to like
Yeah.
20% positive on Steam right now. uh, like their Twitter is not good at this point, so they had to backtrack, obviously.
That follows along to the news of so I was playing Liza P. I didn't even get to say my week. Uh Pretty short week, but like I was playing the Liza P Overture DLC. Very solid. Um but I'll put that a little after. So Liza P's Studio 8 from Meowits had a job posting for a Gen AI specialist, and that went as poorly as you could think to. When people found out, their Discord just like completely bagged on them. The Liza P studio initially was like very friendly with artists. They were like promoting their artwork for the game because you know how Lies of P started. It was just like, oh, people making fun of it as a Bloodborne clone that looked
Yeah.
shallow. But then like more people played it, it was getting momentum. So that, like as a marketing thing, also and just like community thing, they were just promoting artists. And then apparently a friend told me is like, oh, this isn't the only time they put out a Gen AI post for St. Patrick's Day. And then they got blowback for that. And they went, moving forward, we won't look into Gen AI, we promise. And then they put this. And now they got blowback and they're trying to go like, guys, there won't be any Gen AI assets. It's just for the early development for core concepts. And it's like, you don't understand the problem.
Yeah, you don't get it. You're not seeing the
You
problem
don't
here.
you don't get it. The whole thing is you're using the plagiarism machine. Like if like again, if this was like machine learning, this would be a different conversation, but it's not that. So like it's just
Yeah,
like you
because
putting
there
in
is
an
some stuff. There
input.
is definitely some stuff that can be like done with machine learning that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because like if you want to save time and then reduce crunch, machine learning on AI is just a valuable secondary tool that a person can do to minimize the amount of
Which seems to be
steps.
like the way Capcom is
Yeah.
going based on like the recent like
Yeah.
because
For instance,
for example
yeah.
there is this thing called retopology. There is this process on like 3D game modeling called retopology, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is like you start on like ZBrush or like Blender or whatever your program is, and you start like sculpting the features on like the shape and like the thing of your 3D model, without thinking about
Mhm.
like topology or polygon counts or like anything like that. Because like tools like ZBrush and stuff like that, they just like generate like triangles automatically whenever you like place a brushstroke or whatever when you're sculpting. Uh, Ow, hey star, and you do it without like, and you do it with like,
Yes, man.
and you do that without like polygon counts or thinking about topology or whatever. What happens is that when you finish your asset, you have to essentially like around it make basically a shell with the correct amount of polygons and the correct amount of like uh the correct topology, because topology is very important because like the distribution of triangles is what determines how something distorts when it is moving or like being or like or like animating. So you need like good topology
Mhm.
around like joints and stuff like that. uh so essentially after you finish actually modeling your asset on 3D, you have to wrap like essentially like remake it again by wrapping it around
I
the original
I
one.
can't throw a bike at Nick. You know what? You can add that candy. I think it's only
I
fair.
don't think I can do it. I don't, because like the thing is
Oh
the thing
really?
that
Oh right, it's the VTuber thing.
yeah, the thing for like throwing is like integrated in VTuber Studio. Uh,
That's pretty funny.
so what you and the thing about
Nice.
retopology is that nobody likes doing that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we have been trying like 3D artists have been trying for like actual decades to find something to do it automatically, because nobody likes doing it, and it is not something that anyone considers part of the creative process. So like machine learning assisted retopology could be like a very big breakthrough and like be a genuine positive, because like again, like keep in mind this is something that like the actual artists have been being like, we need something to do this automatically for like 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So I think if the actual artists have spent the last 20 years being like, I don't want to do this, find me a tool that will do it for me, it's for a game, right?
hmm
And there's stuff like that, like creating the LODs, like the distant LODs, like the lower poly versions of like assets for like distant. Oh, my microphone is floppy. For like distant, because you know how like in games, like as you get farther away from an object, it like loses polygons. It like
Yeah.
you get like that has to be done manually, and that is another thing
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
wants to do manually anymore.
Yeah, no. Like essentially the layman thing is
Because
just imagine you have a process for like not necessarily only for this, but say like just for development, you have a bunch of different models and you have to say draw the models and stuff, and then you have like a manual step, like a repeated step for each of these individual ones. That's step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's universally the same for all these different things.
yeah,
Rather than doing that individually for each of them, automating that kind of does make sense. It's the
yeah,
unique tasks that are left up to us as people. And sure, then a machine learning like like algorithm to make the process that is so repetitive is fine, because yeah, that is
Yeah,
saving
like
work that
using machine
yeah
learning for like the boring stuff nobody wants to do manually.
yeah essentially.
Uh, because like, and yeah, like I can also imagine like machine learning used for like to like stress test like collision stuff like that, like having an algorithm that like tries to find points where like you can fall off the map or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine that also being done. You still need playtesters because you need like the first of all you need like feedback. You need like actual feedback from people. You need someone to tell you if the game is in fun, and AI cannot do that. Uh, and also you need like the unpredictability of people. But like for like the stress testing, you can use an learning algorithm for that. You can use apparently like there is like work being done at this moment to like have like machine learning algorithms for like compressing textures. So like a lot of the actual like texture work is still done by humans. But
Hmm.
the only thing the machine learning does is like compress them so they take less space on the hard drive. Which is again like yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't really like
Yeah, yeah. A mouse ate part of one of my baby blankets.
oh
It
no,
had and it ate Belle's crotch. Ugh.
freaky ass mouse.
So was it just in your attic?
I hope so. Can you imagine if it ate it while like she was using it?
In the garage. Oh,
Okay.
okay, that
No,
makes
okay, like
sense
I
too.
guess like the positive is that you were not using the blanket when the mouse was eating it.
Yeah, because I was good, like also like because she stressed also baby blankets. So I was just like, huh.
I still have my baby blankets. I use them every now and then.
Well, no, okay, no, but like they're baby blankets. They're small. Do you use them as like a pillow cover?
Yeah,
Okay.
but like for my feetsies get cold. I'm too big. I'm
Okay.
too big, so my heart has. I'm too big, so my heart has like a hard time getting blood to my feet sometimes. So they get cold
Yeah,
and purple
that
sometimes.
is. I sleep with my Ine baby blanket, like a plushie. What? Oh my.
She misspells a lot of words. It's okay. You get used to it.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. I'm. I get there too. What was I gonna say? All right, my
Also,
week.
Star. I am not going to put my tongue away. I think it's funny.
True. So yeah, I played the Liza P DLC. I showed Candy some baddies that she's aware of. Your mentor character is amazing. So the pros are like this is really well developed. The story kind of just locks into place with the main campaign story better. It's not necessarily mentor reading. It just kind of like fleshes out things more. Um, the the added lore to it's really great. The added costumes are much better than the default costumes. Still a bit like here and there. It's you time traveling to the past. Kind of like a Dark Souls 1 DLC, and also I think Old Hunters also had you time traveling. I can't remember for the life of me. Um, I'll say that the first big boss, not the alligator or crocodile or whatever, Marconia, and then the last boss, I won't name who they are the best bosses, and then it's kind of a toss up on the rest of them. There's a character called Veronique, and she's a kind of a heavy set berserker character. She's pretty cool. You've got a guy voiced by Asterion who is not that great. Like at first, he's kind of an interesting riposte character, and then he becomes a disgusting blob, and then he just kind of goes feral. Um, there's another big character that's like cinematic for your fight, and then there's like an optional boss who's kind of like whatever. Uh, I like the DLC. I think it's fun. Pretty brisk pace, but the characters are definitely tougher in this DLC, as most Souls games are.
Yeah,
Like the jump is pretty interesting. They're still tanky. Um, but it's fun. The weapons are also good. Like you get like essentially like Wolverine claws. You get like a gunblade. You just straight up get a gunblade. Like it is not even an homage. It is just a gunblade. It literally looks like squalls.
that's such a stupid weapon. I love it.
I love it too. It's so dumb. Story, like I've already mentioned, story is great. You get so in the main campaign, one
My
of the
microphone.
for the main campaign you could get assists, but the assists were like these AI like Spectre characters, um, and like they weren't story significant. They were just a silhouette, and I
Again,
thought it
we
was
need
like a
to
missed
clarify. When you
opportunity.
say AI, we are not talking about like you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
talking about
I'm talking
like
about
what AI used to mean
yeah,
in games.
yeah, yeah,
NPCs.
yeah. Yeah, they're an NPC like assistant, but like they're just a silhouette. They're not interesting, which I think was kind of a lost opportunity because your companion is Jiminy Cricket, and the way that they spell his name is Gemini. So
Yeah.
what you could do is like you could do the summon, and then it could just be Gemini just hopping into an empty puppet carcass and being like, "I'll help you out, buddy."
Oh yeah,
Because
like
like
all of your
Gemini,
that's what I was thinking. Like all of your summons are like actually like Gemini like in a mech.
yeah, like that could work because like story significant. Like Gemini's supposed to be your companion. It can strengthen your bond for him if you do want the assist in a boss fight, and it just kind of makes you closer. And Gemini's just genuinely lighthearted. So, it'd be like a little fun juxtaposition when you go into the boss fights, but they didn't really do that. In the DLC, you do get two different NPCs who can assist you with the boss fights. And there's like a story significance for one, so it's mandatory, and the other is an optional one. But you kind of want to do it because the NPC is like a really cool badass, and it's just like, yeah, I want more story like relation to you. This is kind of fun. And in both instances, they look really cool. The final boss is way cooler than most Souls like games. I think this final boss might be up in my top 10 if not the number one in terms of like DLC games for like something like of a FromSoft like and
Bless
even
you.
including FromSoft. Thank you. Cuz like I'll admit in the DLCs for Dark Souls, Artorias is up there.
Yeah.
This DLC's character up there. In in Bloodborne, it's the Orphan of Kos, and the Orphan of Kos is just not as interesting to me as Maria in the Clock Tower.
Yeah. Also, he makes that
Um,
stupid fucking noise.
yeah. And
Like,
then in Dark Souls 3, Gale is up there. So, yeah. This final boss is really interesting because he is technically in the main campaign.
what the fuck was
Uh,
that? That's the
she was
noise the
summoning
Orphan
her
of
inner
Cos makes.
banshee.
That's the noise the Orphan
Yeah.
of Cos makes.
Yeah.
That I can also make myself with my own mouth because I'm weird.
Yeah.
I can make a lot of weird
Um,
noises with my mouth.
The NPCs in this game are really great. Their storylines are pretty good. Some are just like pretty self-explanatory. There's one guy who's like contacting you through puppets, and you find out he's a brain in a jar, and he just wants you to pull the plug. So you do, if you want. But of course, I did. It's the more humane thing to do. There's a companion character. Her name's Rosara. She's very friendly. There's a blind painter named Goddard. She's cool. Um, then there's the tracker. He's in the main campaign. And it's like, yeah, this is a pretty solid game. I haven't beaten the final boss yet. I got up to him. I know who he is. And I've seen one clip of something you can do, and I'm like, this looks really fucking cool, and I can't wait. I'm just wrapping up some other stuff before it. Also, the game heated up and then made my computer black out because I need to blow some dust in it and clean it up. But yeah, it was fun. Then the other things I did in this week, I started planning a movie night with my friends because I haven't talked to them since the wedding, and we all were really close. So, I decided to make us watch Project Hail Mary together. So we're gonna watch that next week. I've heard really good things, so
Is
hopefully
that
it's
the one where
fun.
Ryan Gosling is friends with like a rock thing?
I don't know much about it. I know Ryan Gosling's in it, so I've heard good things. So I'm gonna watch it with them. I had to set up the planning. I had to take the lead on it, right?
Yeah.
And it is so refreshing to have friends who fill out forms, free time slots, etc. in one day. I am so like I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I love most of my like I love my friends, but I have
I
a
love
lot
most
of
of my friends
online.
except you, Paul.
I love I do it. Okay, you give your friends paperwork. I give them forms to fill out on free time,
I do
so
that
we can
too.
actually so we can actually figure out the best day where all of us are available.
Listen, we're
Then
adults.
like
we
yeah
need we need
yeah
some
we
sort of
are
like way to like order
and
stuff.
and like best location for us, etc. I do that because I have to be the one to plan because otherwise no one's gonna plan.
I know sometimes it doesn't look like I am, but I am an adult.
So like I love my friends, but there are a lot of friend groups where I do this and I know they know their schedules ahead of time. And you're like, I'll fill it out later. I'm like, how about you fill it out now? Because I know you won't fill it out later until it's too late.
Yeah.
And then let's say they fill it out late. And then I'm like, whatever. It's by the due date that I put because I started putting due dates because people took too long. And then I go, okay, everyone, make sure not to double book on that day. And then so with some plants, people message me like, oh, I totally forgot. I double booked. I'm like, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. You had one job. But with this group, because they are also fellow adults of my age, understanding, like right in my year, and not like my mid 20 friends. They're just like, yeah, I filled it out the next day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God, this makes it easier. And we all booked our tickets. I was like, oh my God,
Oh, that
we're all
movie's
so
in theaters.
responsible. Yeah, no, it got an extended stay because it's apparently really that good. And then I'm gonna, like, me and my friends were talking about it, and like, you know what, because we used to be so much closer during my uni days and stuff like that, and we would talk so much more often. And just because we're all in our 30s, like it just got harder to like to keep in touch because we were all getting busy. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna try making this a regular thing for us where we watch movies like monthly in theaters, kind of just like as a treat because we're gonna have lunch and then we're gonna watch the movies. So next month we might be watching Devil Wears Prada, and a month after that we might watch Sheep Detectives because it seems like a corny comedy, but apparently it did really well in reviews. So yeah, it'll be interesting to watch movies regularly again.
I hate going
Um,
to the movie theater.
I mean, I'm going with my group of friends, so it's just kind of like a little bit of an event, right? So,
Yeah, but there's still like
uh,
the rest of the people there.
here's the thing: we booked the theater. There, like we booked the theater. We booked our seats. The theater just seems empty right now because not as many people, right? Because the later the movie is in terms of its theater lifespan.
Yeah.
Um, we did joke that if we had the entire theater to ourselves, we would just riff out loud and just like make it Mystery Science Theater 3000. So that'd be fun. Other than that, I did a bunch of spring cleaning and put away a bunch of stuff. Did
Did
work
you
as
find anything
usual.
interesting? Like
I got my
hi-
old. I, what?
hidden in like a book somewhere? Did you find?
Not yet, because I did it organized based off of like spaces. So I got my closet clean first. I put away all my winter clothes, all my formal clothes, and then I threw out all the clothes I don't need anymore. Uh, and then I cleaned under my bed, got rid of all that stuff. The two big things I have to dig through and clean are going to be my shelf and my desk space. Like my desk has a lot of different storage parts, components.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to just dig through that. I did find, if you can hear it, my old slider phone,
What
and
model is it? I want to see what it looks like.
it's an LG. LG, I think it's a LG Kibo. No, hold on. The Kibo is a flip phone. What's the name of this one? The LG Callisto Black.
Oh, but it was like already with like an Android too,
Yeah,
so it's not
yeah.
that old.
It's not that old.
Because I had
I
a
had, yeah.
I had a slider phone that was like back when like in Java. Do you remember the Java games?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I think I also my wait, no. Hold on. I think I got the wrong one. I'm a silly goose. I got the LG Cosmos 2 because this doesn't have a touchscreen.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so it is proper old then.
Yeah, so I'm sliding this, and I realized something because I was talking to my friend while I was cleaning, and we were doing co-op errands together on a phone call. Um, she was just like, because I was joking, she's like, "Does it even work?" I'm like, "No, but it has like all these nice buttons that I can press, and like I can slide it all I want." And she's like, "Yeah, it can be your fidget toy." And I'm like, "Oh my, oh, you're right,
You're so right.
you're so right." So I'm gonna just bring this around with me and make it my fidget toy. You know how satisfying the clicky buttons. I'm sliding it like crazy.
I miss buttons on phones.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, this is gonna just be my glorified fidget toy. What else did I find? What else did I find? I didn't find any. Oh, I found like my Catherine full body special edition with the Vincent plushie. I'm gonna give that to a friend. But yeah, it's only until I start digging through like the drawers that I'll find the really cool stuff and the really lame stuff.
You know.
Yeah. I know I'm gonna find Patches like memorabilia I have to ship her. But yeah, that was my week.
Did you ever have a phone with an antenna?
Yeah, yeah. One of the old Nokias, I think.
Yeah.
But well, I didn't own it. My parents did, and I got to play with it after they were done with it. You know.
No, I did. I didn't own a phone with an antenna.
Oh, okay. Because like I didn't get a cell phone until like I was in high school, and by then that was like when the you know, like at the start the flip phones were kind of starting to phase out. The slider phones were kind of in.
Yeah.
And then the touch screens were slowly coming to pass. Like they were coming in and they were gonna take over. And I've mentioned this before. It's just like I keep on sliding this thing. One, very fun, and two, it's just like there's no satisfying way to hang up with a touch phone. Like with a flip phone, you feel powerful when you
Yeah.
hang up. Yeah.
No, but I think with the slider phone, it's more satisfying to like pick up the call than like hang it up.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Because you like
It
you go like
absolutely
you
is.
just like
It's the reversed. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's the reverse. You're like, yeah. So what me and Candy need is a homunculus phone that can do both. So we feel super important.
Like the one Cloud had on like Adventure Children, fucking thing that rotates.
Yeah, yeah. Every day, I wish someone would give me an LG wing. I would be so happy. It would break. That thing looks like it would break so easy, but I would be so happy with an LG wing.
Yeah, I think that is the problem with like modern flip phones, like the modern like uh
How much
what
is
are
an
they
LG
called?
wing too?
Uh the foldables. Nowadays they call them foldables, right?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think the problem is that like they're too soft and too delicate. They like the clicky
Yeah.
feedback of like the older like or like the
What?
older like flip phones.
Mm-hmm.
Like because like part of the phone is like the feedback of like the clickiness of like it like going into place and like the fact that you can be like a little bit rough with it and like close it like just by like with a flick of your
Yeah, yeah.
wrist.
Because like with the slider right now, because like the buttons are durable, the frame's durable, I can keep on doing this. Sure, the joints are inevitably going to have to give out at some point, probably after like me doing this for so long, right? But like, it still feels sturdy. Like this
Yeah.
entire frame. Like there's some weight to this. I could chuck this and it'd be a pretty good projectile without a case. Versus a touch phone where I need to put it into a brick case to make it into a projectile.
Also, I'm going to say modern phones are too big.
I don't necessarily mind as someone who puts them on their side in my kitchen when I'm cooking food for like cooking tutorials.
Yeah.
I that's what I mainly use them for. So like not my phones in general, like the big screens. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I don't know, like my current phone, how big it is? Like, I don't even know the exact model of my phone.
I need to get a new phone. I'm getting so tired of this one doing its bullshit.
Yeah, how big is my
You know,
phone?
yeah, okay. So we were talking about like I was talking about the LG Wing. I still stand by this statement. I think LG had the most fun in designing their electronics.
Yeah, my current phone is 6 inches, and I still think it's a little bit too big.
Mm. There's an easy fucking. You keep on bringing me silver platters,
I know.
and I just have to eye you. Like it's I.
Give in, Nick. Give in to your impulses.
Hmm. Hmm. Handing you this silver platter right under this tree with low hanging fruit, Nick. Oh my god.
Look at that! One of the low-hanging fruit is about to fall exactly in the center of the silver platter.
Oh my god. It's fucking funny though, but yeah. Oh, the LG Wing is 5 years old.
Yeah, so
So
it
even
probably
if you
doesn't
picked
work
up,
anymore.
yeah, no, like it's the thing is it's upgradable to Android 13 OS, so like you would be behind on so much.
Yeah. I don't care about
Yeah,
that. I
that's
think mine is in like 14, 15, I don't know.
well, no, there's a certain point in time where like the apps just become less optimized for you, which is just a big pain in the ass. At that point, like you could make the argument that you could jailbreak your phone and just run on like a different OS off of it.
Yeah.
So there's always that option as long as the hardware is decent.
Yeah, but it's really good, my phone. And I only paid like $200 for it.
No, it's good.
And it's really good. It's really
I have
fast.
a family friend um has a couple phones that are technically new. They're like I think a year or two old, but they haven't been opened off the box because he just like wanted to gift them to another family member, but the family member was just like, I want this brand specifically. So he's like, I might give them to you. I'm like, oh please, I'll take anything. So hopefully I get something good because the biggest problem with my current phone is just like the battery's fried to shit, and then now it's starting to freeze up as well. I
Yeah.
could get the battery replaced, but I do also think like time has just not been kind to this thing, but because it will just freeze during certain apps. So
Yeah.
the
No,
one benefit though,
my phone is
the
pretty
case.
like considering I paid like $200 for this, it's pretty good. It has like the screen is actually like fucking beautiful. It is like full HDR. Looks super vibrant and shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Uh
I envy that. HDR would be nice on a phone.
it has like 256 gigs of internal storage, 12 gigs of RAM, a very fast CPU with like 8 cores, a pretty decent. I mean, it is fast enough to emulate 3DS games at like full speed, and it doesn't even like spend that much battery when doing that. So I don't know. It's pretty fun, pretty good for like a $200 phone, which is probably something that just doesn't exist in like the North American market anymore. Like I don't think it's kind of like 200 like good $200 phones exist on the North American market anymore.
I just fucking I hate the discussion when I have to like look into like phones as a potential like replacement option, and then everyone tells me is like, dude, you just might have to just like tough it, and it's like fair, that's valid. But another thing is just like I hate tech influencers where it's like you're gonna get your good mid-range phone at about $500 to $600. I'm like, what? It's approaching console level price.
Yeah,
And then there's another one who's like,
you can
yeah,
buy a MacBook
this,
for that.
and it's just like there are other tech YouTubers who are talking about like the latest like foldable Samsung model, and they're just like, at its current benchmark in like price, this is a decent phone within this bracket. I'm like, it's over 1K. At that point, I'm starting to like, I would just start saving aside PC parts. Like, this is just infuriating. If your phone in its total price, because a lot of these people are probably paying in installments, right? Which
Yeah,
is also pretty shit. If your total phone's price is about like the cost of like, I don't know, a mortgage payment, yeah, no, ew. And I know some people are gonna go like, oh well, here's the thing, you don't pay the full price, you just pay the monthly, then you trade it in for the next phone. It's like wouldn't that still make you have debt by the end of the day?
yeah.
And the value of the phone depreciates. It's not staying
Nick, you
static.
don't understand. You don't understand. You need to sell your kidney for the newest iPhone.
I don't want the newest iPhone. I'll admit you know what, the only thing I like look at the iPhone and go like, oh, that's neat. I wish I kind of had that. It's camera,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
and that's only because I like taking pictures of my pets.
I will need to get an iPhone eventually for like better tracking for the VTuber model.
Hmm.
But the good news is that like the tech unit for the tracking has been like available since the like iPhone 10. So I can just get like a used iPhone 11.
But yeah, it's just
I
so
can just get
silly.
like a used iPhone 11 and it's fine.
Phones are just that thing where like it always baffled me during my high school days to my early uni days on how okay my friends were for buying such expensive pieces of like tech
Yeah,
for that. Because it's like think about it, like they were probably paying about like maybe okay, they weren't buying the phone in full, but they were going for a $700 phone where you were paying monthly and like monthly payments that were absurd for a phone back in maybe like 2016.
people.
If you saw a 2016 phone now, you definitely wouldn't be paying it at that price point, right?
Yeah,
A novelty, like it's just a novelty to it in my head, and it's like, yeah, well, it's the bleeding edge tech at the time, Nick, and it's just like, yeah, it doesn't hold up, and like the production costs for these phones are nowhere near like the actual price, so I don't have any interest or need to be buying the bleeding edge for a phone.
yeah. What I have found
Mhm.
about tech is like in general with tech, um, being on the bleeding edge is not like that great. What you should be doing is like finding
Yeah.
like a good um like refurbished version of like the flagship from like generations ago.
The problem with refurbished is I'm always like off put by like what the quality I'm gonna get is.
Yeah,
Because refurbished always has to indicate that that was returned and repaired, and like my brain just goes like, I could hit the jackpot where it was just a guy who returned it because he didn't like it, or I could get the situation where there was an issue and they repaired it, but then my concern is, okay, at what quality of work did they repair it? Did they cut corners and stuff like that, right? That's just the main issue. It's just all so fucking
that's usually how I work. Like I
yeah.
just like get the flagship from like 2 generations ago,
Hmm.
like cheaper.
I've even gone so far to think like, if there are things that my phone can't necessarily do, I'm starting to be at that point in my life where I'm like, I'd be willing to bring out like an actual digital camera of higher quality if I
Yeah,
really wanted to care about photos rather than just relying on my phone. My phone's obviously going to be more convenient 100% of the time, but if the quality really matters to me to that degree, then yeah, I could buy a specialized device for it.
honestly, if I was going to buy I don't know, because of the kind of aesthetics I like. If I was going to buy a camera, I would intentionally buy like a cheaty like old camera.
Oh, you and my butch lesbian friend would get along a little too good.
Yes, that's the plan.
They they do that exact shit. I love them so dearly because they are the person who, with a light in their eyes, goes like, I'm going retro. And they're younger than me. And I find it adorable in some ways, but they do genuinely have a reverence for some of the old like looks of film in photos, right? Like processing it is like that capturing in time and stuff like that. And you know what? You end up getting a warmer and nicer picture, right?
Yeah,
Um, and they totally got a camera with film, and they brought it out to when we went out to karaoke and stuff like that. It was really cute. I just I just find it so fucking funny. I will never be able to be one of those people who's talked into it where it's like, no, you don't get it, Nick. This phone needs to be like $800.
because when are
I
you
don't
going to
think there's
introduce us?
never for my own sanity. There are reasons why I don't mix certain friend groups, because if I had to deal with certain friends two at a time who were working in tandem, I'd lose it. I'd lose it. The most you're gonna get is on my wedding day. I'll definitely invite them. I definitely invite you for my wedding day, and then I can totally introduce you. But I know I know at the bottom of my heart that if a friendship is formed, I'm just gonna hate it.
Oh,
There needs to be better fucking cameras out there.
yeah.
I might go camera shopping. You know what? No, before I buy a camera for myself, I'd buy one for my dad because he loves taking photos.
But you know what? You know what the problem is like with a bunch of like modern tech.
What?
It's true with cameras. It's true with speakers and like headphones and stuff like that. Is that there is like, hey, my glove is on the floor. There is like a couple of manufacturers in China that just make all the components, and everyone is just like taking those components and like rebranding them. So like everything is the same. Right? Every speaker is the same. Every camera is the same. Because they're just like taking these components, like generic components from China, and like rebranding them.
Mm-hmm.
But everything is the same. So you don't get like any like there is no point in like shopping around. You just get like the cheapest one that is like decent. There's no like cool features like any innovation happening. That not anymore.
I'm trying to think of other tech that kind of gets to this thing because there's the perpetuity tech, right? Your game consoles, your certain PC components. I think almost all tech, like very rarely in anything do you buy a forever item,
Yeah.
right? But I think with certain like smart devices and stuff, you're so much more aware of their lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm trying to think is there ever a situation where like the cost doesn't piss you off that you have to replace it at some point? I'm honestly trying to think.
I am the kind of person who just like hangs around to everything as long as I can.
Me too, but I will appreciate if a vendor is like trade in the old thing to get a discount on the new thing and the discount's actually good.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense for me. Maybe you want to strip the parts of this thing and then use it for manufacturing in the future. So yeah, sure, yeah, I'd do that. But it's just like I think that's why I don't that's why I appreciate consoles in some way. Because like as shitty as GameStop is, they will do certain things where it's like, hey, you still have a Switch? If you bring it in, we'll take off 250 from
I
the
found my
Switch 2
slider
price.
phone when I had.
Nice.
Okay. No, I
Nice. We
mean,
slide.
no, I mean like not physically, but I found the model.
Oh, okay.
Look at it.
Oh
Was
yeah, that's cute.
that was my slider phone. It was tiny. It was like 2 inches, 2 3 inches maybe. So average size, not small, average.
This coming from the woman who is like 6 inches is too big.
I was going to. I just realized I probably should not ask you in the middle of the podcast if you have ever measured your dick.
No, you probably should. Okay. I feel like I feel like yeah, we shouldn't. Me and you have had a talk like this before when we were watching Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
I did measure it because I was curious.
Definitely such it's such a stupid thing. Oh my god.
Anyway, 7.5. Anyway,
valid.
Did you see like the Devil Wears Prada thing? Did it for like an ad?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't see the ad. I'm just saying, like, yeah, Devil Was Wear Prada too. Yeah.
No, like okay, so like this was like a company using like the controversy of AI for in a very clever way to market.
Oh, really?
Okay, so they posted this on their Instagram.
Would you like some lies with that? Okay.
And everyone was like, "This looks like AI, right? This looks like AI. This looks
Mhm.
like AI." And they just sit, they just like let it sit there for 2 days without saying anything.
Mhm.
And then on the third day, they just posted a time lapse. He's like, "Psych, this was actually made by a person. Fuck you."
That's pretty funny.
They just posted a time lapse of the artist making it, and I thought that was pretty clever. I think.
That's a really good marketing tactic. I don't know. People were saying there was some sort of like dramatic discourse with Devil Wears Prada 2, but no one. It was all over the place, and I don't think it was anything. So I
Yeah.
definitely, I think me and the friend group are gonna watch it next month.
I don't know. I tend to not. I don't follow movies. I tend to engage with media after the discourse is ended.
Yeah, no, me too. But it's just like my friends are excited to watch it, so they're probably gonna pull me along. Plus, it's gonna like double as the socializing time. So
That's another one I had a huge crush on growing up.
Anne Hathaway
Yeah.
or Meryl Streep.
No, that's nowadays.
Yeah, yeah. Meryl Streep Meryl Streep can still get it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, there was a time where she wasn't. I didn't see her in many things, but yeah.
Like it's like, oh, you mean that when you say you like older women, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, like gray foxes. Oh, yeah.
Emily Blunt is like, I do think Emily Blunt is like very hot as well. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I just like, she was not a childhood crush because I don't remember seeing her in like anything when I was growing up.
No, that's valid. My friend is very big on Edge of Tomorrow, so
Like I don't remember seeing her in anything growing up. So it was like when I was like older that I was like, oh wow, she's really hot. She's really pretty.
yeah. I, I'm still discombobulated. You truly have no filter.
I do
It
not.
is.
I really do not.
It still got me. That shit. I'm not mad. I'm just like,
And the thing is like, oh, my tongue is still out. I just realized my tongue is still out.
I just laugh because you said it and then you were immediately like, oh wait, like no, the way you were is like, I know I shouldn't, but I'm gonna still ask anyway. I'm like, oh my god, my girl has autism so bad.
Eto.
Doble.
And the thing is like a lot of time when I ask questions like that, I don't have like any like motives. I just like
Yeah,
I
you
like
just
having
no. I've known
information.
you. You know, I've known you for a long time. I mean, it's funny because you're the type of person who has like two different simp channels in our Discord server, and you post pictures and tag people you think it would be relevant to, so you can quote unquote build a portfolio.
Yeah.
You're a different breed, Candy.
How do you feel? Oh, like changing the topics because I just remember something.
Hmm.
How do you feel when like people like approach to like pet one of your dogs and they start talking to you?
I don't necessarily mind as long as I can kind of because they don't do it in surprise. My dogs are very big and active.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be able to stealthily do it without my permission and stuff. They would
No,
just like
no, but
approach.
I don't mean the part
Yeah.
about petting your dog. I mean the part about talking to you while they're
Oh,
doing
I
it.
don't mind. You and I are different on this. I
Yeah.
know this. because I grew up in the suburbs. I'm a very much a neighborhood boy. Like I would talk to like my neighbors. I grew up with a lot of like grandparent like elders in my neighborhood, and so I was just very much brought up on the you can talk to your neighbors as you walk out and do chores and like make small conversation. Like yeah, I'm very good with like the small town kind of feeling. I can talk to most strangers, I think, just in things. It's also like pretty apparent in the city too, because sometimes in um we'll just chat like just like out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I have like a couple stories like that, but yeah, no, you. I'm sure you do not care for it because
yeah,
it's
I don't
just
like it.
social interaction. Yeah,
I don't like it. Okay, you can pet my dog. It's fine. Pet my dog. Shut the fuck
Mm,
up.
I don't mind.
Or talk to the dog.
I
Talk to the
gen
dog. The dog likes you more than I do.
because like I'm any person who like approaches me with any sort of respect, courtesy, and like positive like emotions, like my brain immediately goes like, okay, this is being sent to me. I can immediately like return this because this is like I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sure, I don't mind. I genuinely don't. I've had conversations with like some really cool people because of it, and it's like it's a very interesting feeling to have like people kind of like in these intersecting moments of your life, but they're not like a significant role. They can just like be this NPC you meet in a day. And it's like, oh, that was a nice interaction. For instance, like I wear a lot of goth and punk attire
Yeah.
when I go out. And on my gloves I have like a cool like wing insignia. Like I have different rotating gloves. And one guy was just like, "Hey, we're twins. This guy is tall, 40, and white." And he said that, and I went, what? And then he shows the back of his hand, and he has the exact same like mark tattooed on the back of his hand. And I was like, oh shit, power to you. And then we just ended up talking on our bus ride and then train ride. And then a third person comes in complaining about the weather because it's like raining like crazy. And then he tags her into the conversation, and the three of us are just shooting the shit.
Yeah. I don't do
Like
that.
I'm, yeah, no, I'm very much like I very much enjoy that kind of like dynamic. I find it very interesting. Um, it just gives me more stories to tell.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but like people just like I don't like that. But people keep trying to do it to me. I don't know why. I know like there's something in my face, but like the way I smell, I don't know. But like people keep trying to attack to me when I go out.
Ooh, people come up to me and they talk to me. I'm so scared. I don't understand. I'm so stealthy, says 6 foot woman.
Yeah, but they don't even make comments about my height. Like try to talk
Doesn't
to
mean
me.
they don't notice. Doesn't mean you're less noticeable because of it. A tall person very much does stand out.
I'm like I don't know, don't talk to me. And it's like when we're out, when I'm like out with my mom, they start talking to me and they ignore my mom.
I'm gonna just print you a shirt for your birthday and it'll just be like, please do not talk to me. I will cry in Spanish.
Yeah,
And then I'll give you that for you.
don't talk to me. I
And the
bite.
back will have it on. Don't talk to me. I will cry. And then in the back, it will say the same, but in a different language, and then you'll be able to like cover your bases.
You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm trying to
uh,
think like when was the first time you and I VC'd?
I don't know because
Because
back in the day, I didn't busy a lot.
like when we came in the server and we had the thing where we kind of like like had less members, and then we kind of went into our more close knit friend group. I know I was the one who pitched voice chat because I just like it. And I think the first few people were like Prude, Patch, I think Dur. the early the early VCs were just me dunking on Dur. But like yeah, and then you joined, and I remember it's just like, but I can't remember the moments where you and I just got close. It's very interesting
Yeah,
because I know some of the first VCs you and I had one on one in the server were me and you playing Valhalla, which I still enjoyed, and me and you watching Lord of the Rings, which was also fun.
yeah. Uh, I don't know. The problem is I have like very bad memory for like personal
Yeah.
stuff
Mhm.
because that's the crazy thing about me. I can't remember everything.
Well, it's like I mean we've had that chat before. It's just like you never when you have a friend, you don't really have like I think necessarily that blowout moment where you go like this guy's my friend,
Yeah, like a start point.
right?
Like you see a
Yeah,
screen, like you see like a screen popping up, like friendship achieves.
exactly. But it's like it is something that you get curious on. Is like when was like the time period is like when we kind of got closer. That's always the funny thing, because it's I do think this is very funny because Candy and I won't say we're opposed on a lot of things. We're very oil and water in a lot of places.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we do get along. I love Candy, but it's just interesting.
yeah. He likes people and he doesn't like torture, and
But it's just like we get along on a lot of fronts. I wouldn't even go so far to say like we have that many over like intersecting like
Centrum tiene
fandoms.
fórmulas
why is he playing
I
that
especializadas.
on
just
my? Ooh.
yeah, but it's just like yeah, we get along pretty well. To the point where Candy kept on saying like for a long time before Candy even became a VTuber, she would keep on saying like, "Oh, I want to do a podcast, and if I'm doing a podcast, I'm bringing Nick," which I always thought was like a very flattering, cute thing she would say. And then she brought me in, and I was like, "Oh shit, now I have to step up to bat."
The joke is over. We're doing it for real now.
We're doing it for real. Like, yeah, like she'd say it, and she's like, "Yeah, now I'm pulling you in." I'm like, "Oh fuck, all right." I promised. I did promise. And it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been real fun. Yeah.
Speaking of things,
Mm.
I earlier I was talking about like the fact that I was like in the Wikipedia page for Narnia doing my like Wikipedia hopping or whatever. Because
Mm-hmm.
that is something I do when I'm
Mm-hmm.
bored. I just put a podcast in the background and I just start like clicking random links on like Wikipedia, like
I
seeing where
get
it
you.
takes me. Uh,
Yeah.
eh, and I was in like the page for Narnia, and and okay, so like the thing you need to understand about Narnia is that like there are levels to things, right? There is like allegory, and then there is whatever the fuck he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you know the lion in Narnia, Aslan, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is not an allegory for Jesus. He is
Is,
he is not an allegory for Jesus. He is like actual literal Jesus. It's like it's like on like and I mean and I do mean literally. Wait, give me a second. My booty hurts to move. I need to move. Can you guys hear that? My chair, like, and the screws keep coming loose. Booty hurt. Wait, wait at the moment. We will wait because my chair is super creaky. It is like the creakiest chair that has ever creaked. That's like the one thing I like about English. I think English is like a stupid language. But the one thing I like about English is that you can like turn anything into a verb. You can literally like turn any word into a verb and it works. That's a very fun feature about English. Ooh, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghosty ghost. I'm scary. I'm going to go to Nick's house and haunt him for muting himself without warning me. He's probably dealing with like his pets. He has a lot of animals. And no, but like I understand because like he has a lot of animals and they have like very strong personalities, so they're like kind of like unpredictable sometimes. So it just happens. He's like, oh, I have to go deal with this. I have to go deal with that. I think he has a cat, two dogs, a rabbit, a fish. I think. Yeah, I guess. Ooh, I'm a ghosty ghost. I'm scary. I want to know what other, I'm going to take this opportunity to see what other toggles I have that I don't remember having. Because I have a lot of toggles that I haven't used anymore in a while. I want to see what they are. Okay, so that's what that one does. I have this toggle that makes me spin. Whee! 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 And now I cannot get myself into the right angle again. There we go. Oh, we have that one. These two are cute combined. You are cute when you combine them. Oh. Well, I guess you get this one for free. I misclicked. I guess you get this one for free.
My bad. My doggo was having diarrhea.
Killer dude
He was
turned
crying
Candy into a cat
and like
girl.
clawing at the door, so he wanted to go out.
Oh. Yeah, I'm on fire.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. Could you sum up like the, because I had to cut out when you were talking about who Aslan is like an actual allegory for.
Okay, so like but like Aslan is not an allegory. He's like actual like literal Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Like the plot of the Narnia is that like when Jesus was done here on Earth, he went to like the other world, and because like everyone in the other world was like a talking animal, he also took the form of a talking animal.
Wait. Oh, I thought you meant just like when you said he is Jesus. I thought you just meant like, oh no, he's just like a 1-to-1 retelling, but it's actually just canon universe Jesus.
It is canonically the same Jesus as this universe. He just went over there. Next.
Oh my god, if I put is Aslan, it's just Jesus. Huh.
Yeah, like according to the author, Aslan is not an allegorical portrayal of Christ, but rather a suppositional incarnation of Christ himself.
What the fuck? They really love this goddamn lion.
Okay, so like that was important context for what I was going to talk about. Because I ended up in like the in like the in like the page for the Narnia books, and I scroll down to controversies, right? I scroll down to controversies, being like, oh, what is it going to? Is it going to be like the fact that there is like an entire country of like brown people who have like slavery and shit?
Oh no.
Is it going to be that? Is it going to be like? But no, the controversy is that the other Christians think that the writer was not toxic enough. Like he made
Right.
Christians angry by not being toxic enough about Christianity.
Yeah.
Because what happens is that, like in the last book is like the apocalypse of Narnia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the world ends, and then Aslan takes the good people to like a new world, which is like paradise, right?
Yeah, you're heaven.
Yeah, because he's Jesus and shit.
Mm-hmm. He's Jesus.
And then what happens is that like, okay, so like again, going back to like the country of brown people.
Yeah.
There is
Don't
okay,
worry,
so like
this is being talked about by 2 brown people.
so like the way Narnia is laid out is like there is Narnia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then to the north of Narnia is a country called Archland. And then which is like white people, right?
Okay.
And then to the north of that, there is a country called Colormen, which is like exactly what you think when you imagine a writer from the 1950s writing about Arabs.
Mm-hmm.
It is exactly what you think it is.
Okay.
So they have like they practice slavery. They have human sacrifices. and they have their own god called Tash. Their own god is called Tash. Uh,
Tash.
Tash. Yeah.
Okay.
So why is that important? Um, so why is that important? Because in like the last in like the ending of the last book, when everyone is going to hell or heaven or whatever, uh, because again he's Jesus and shit. But is the dog having a diarrhea?
No, he just clawed at my door because he wanted to come inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is like in the last book when he's like taking everyone to heaven because he's like Jesus and shit. Uh, he looks at one of the like brown people, right?
Yeah. As you do.
He looks at one of them, and he goes like, and he basically like has like this whole discourse about like, you know, like the fact that like he's like collecting the righteous even if they didn't, even if they worship another god, so he's going to let some of them in because they were good people, even if they were like doing it in the name of like the false god.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the Christians were like, no. A lot of the other Christians were like, no, we are not sharing heaven with Muslims.
Yeah, that doesn't even like apply to like all Christian sects. It's like in certain Jesuit Catholicisms, like your brain, like my pastor would just be like, yeah, as long as you're a cool dude, which is at least the saving grace because I have relatives of different religions. So it's like, why would you try to sell me a religion when it's just like, and your family will go to hell? It's like, what? I don't want that.
You know. But there was also the
This
racism.
Yeah, this reminds me of the movie series God's Not Dead. You know, the one with the atheist professor who gets hit by the car because he's an atheist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the interesting thing was, um, the 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 first movie is clearly just like masturbatory on Christian persecution
Yeah.
of like, oh, woe is us, we're getting into a world that doesn't believe, like, doesn't openly believe in God as the true king, and it's like, oh my god. They kept that up, and then there was one entry where it was the respect of other faiths, kind of just understanding that you can't push religion, pretty civil discourse. That one is the least popular and least sold one
Yeah.
because it does not cater to the victim complex that they need or like the feeling of like, oh, we are truly righteous and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, yeah, this audience is totally gonna do that. They're way too stupid with this. So it doesn't surprise me that Narnia has a bit of a problem like that too.
Yeah. I do wonder why there's some people who don't believe like the lion is Jesus. Like actually, just think about the plot of the first movie. Think about what happens. He gets betrayed by a guy who is one of his followers, and then he gets like humiliated, like, and then he gets like executed, and then he comes back.
And you know what'll also come back next week? Actually, not next week because I have a convention I have to go to.
Yeah.
Two
But the
weeks
week
from
after
now
that,
is the podcast. Yeah, that's right. I segued from Jesus. I can do that. This is our podcast.
the,
Check
the mythical Jesus segue.
check out my YouTube at youtube.com/@nocturne. That's youtube.com/@nocturne. Or my Twitch and drop a follow on either. The link is in the title of the podcast. Follow Candy on her Twitch and YouTube to see her past broadcast clips and podcasts. Check her Blue Sky for her organized thoughts, or join her Discord to see her disorganized thoughts, which are just her regular thoughts. The bot will leave all
Join
the
the
links
Discord for
provided.
polls.
And if you have such feedback for the podcast, like Candy, you really gotta stop giving him a silver platter right under that tree. To which Candy will go, "Oh my
Esto
god, Toble, all this fruit, it seems like it will fall."
into the platter.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Stay safe, happy, and have a wonderful week, everyone. I will see you all in 2 weeks along with Candy. Please check her her streams where she's going through her GBA games and Fire Emblem. Maybe she'll finish games. Maybe
Maybe.
she'll pick up Persona again. Maybe
Or
she'll pick
maybe I
up
will
100 Line again.
or maybe I will start playing every Final Fantasy game.
All right, I'm gonna leave. Bye. Love you.
Love you
Woo.
too. Bye. Oh. Well, chat, we are alone. We are alone again, and that means I'm going to bite you. We are alone again, so that means you get bites. Um, 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 um. Um, 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 um. Um, um, um. You cannot dodge my bites. I am faster than you. I will have you know. I will have you know. I used to be a national level sprinter. I was really good at that, so I'm very fast. You cannot run away from me. You cannot dodge me. Now that was like 15 years ago, but you know, still applies. Some of the skill remains. But yeah, as usual, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope. No, see, the trick for turning is using your hands. The trick for turning is to use your hands. You need to like lean it a little bit and use your hand as a pivot, and that's how you turn, right? That's the trick. You have to use your whole body freely. You have to use your whole body. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. You need to like. No, I don't get in all fours. I just like lean a little bit to the side, you know? Like I'm riding a bike, I lean. And I use my arm to pivot. To like move the weight. To like facilitate the movement of the weight. Like a different direction. It's physics, you know? I'm very smart. Any hoodles. I will see you guys again on Monday, probably. Most likely. Uh with more GBA games. For now we're going to go here. And I'm going to go rest my ass because my ass hurts. Uy, uy, uy. Oy. Okay, bye. I really need to like go stretch. Christ. Oh my god. Bye bye everyone. Bye. Wait. What the fuck? Sorry. Bye.